This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Tiger Football. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. The Alamogordo Tigers getting ready to kick off here in about 30 minutes against the Centennial Hawks. Beautiful night here in Las Cruces, as it has been throughout all of southern New Mexico, as the temperatures are maybe a little warm for fall, but I don't know. I think mid-80s, and by the time we get to kickoff, it's probably going to be in the 70s. Should be as nice as you can ask for. Of course, absolutely beautiful facility here at the Field of Dreams, as both teams are out on the field warming up. Tigers in their white road jerseys, black numerals, gold outlining, black helmets, gold pants tonight. Centennial in all red tonight with yellow numerals, red helmets, red tops, red pants for the Hawks coming up tonight. They're coming off a bye. The Tigers are coming off a loss to Hobbs last Friday night. That was a final score of 47 to 26. And the Tigers, you'll hear it from Coach Cisco, just a rough, I would say, 4 or 5 minute stretch in that second quarter, and that pretty much spelled the difference for the Tigers. So try to bounce back tonight. It doesn't get any easier and probably gets a little bit tougher. I think, Centennial and Cruces are still the two best teams in the district. Cruces might be better than everybody else, but I imagine when Centennial and Cruces get on the field at the end of the season, that's going to be one heck of a ball game. We know that that's going to be the case. But the Tigers would love to grab a win here, and it's one of those that we talked about and continue to talk about in regards to Tigers and district play. Is it's not the end of the world if they don't win this game. It would be a huge bonus if they did win it. The two games that are coming up here in the next 3 weeks are the ones that, for the Tigers to feel very comfortable about their playoff positioning, Carlsbad and Clovis. Those are the ones that are going to matter for the Tigers if they want to make the postseason this year. So it's one of those that, you're trying to improve from last week and clean up the things that you struggled against, and going up against one of the very best in the state, ranked number 3 going into this week, just behind Cleveland and Las Cruces. So what a tough matchup it's going to be. Tigers have been in the top 10 all year long. I think they're 11 right now, but they've been in in that playoff positioning pretty much all season, and they want to keep that possibility open, and it's still very much in the books for them as we go down the stretch here in the final 5 weeks of the season, if you can believe we're already there. Tigers have tonight's game, 3 more, and then of course a bye week in there as well. By the way, you're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. So happy to have you tune in wherever you may be with us at. I'm Charles Winnicky. I didn't say that at the top. I tend to forget saying my name at the top of the broadcast sometimes. And we're looking forward to a good one here tonight. We're going to play Coach Cisco's interview in full during the pregame, since we did play it today. But just in case you didn't get a chance to hear the roundup earlier today, we've had baseball on all week. So I want to make sure that you guys get to listen to it in full, just in case you haven't gone to our YouTube channel. So we're going to give you that all full 10 minutes of that in tonight's pregame. So that'll be coming up next. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. And stay right here with us. Lots more to come, and kickoff in about 25 minutes.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low intro rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. And let's hear from Alamogordo Tigers high football coach A.J. Sisko. We chatted yesterday about this week's game.
Joining us now, Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Sisko. Coach, how are you today?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me in.
Thanks for coming in. Tough go of it at Hobbs. It was really that about 4 or 5 minute segment of that second quarter that just kind of spelled your guys' doom in that game.
Yeah, that was, we go down score, make it 7-7 in the second quarter. We did a poor job covering kicks on the kickoffs. We gave up great field position to everyone. They go down, score again, and then we throw a bubble screen that we fumble. Score on the next play. They kick off, and they got a penalty, so they're kicking from the 25. We catch it going out of bounds at the 10 or 15 and go another 3 and out and punt, and then there's about a minute and a half left, and they drive the field and score with not too much, I think with 30 seconds left in the first half. And that last 5 minutes kind of decided it because we came back out after halftime. We had success. Offensively, got a big stop. We just could never get off the field again in the second half. And that 5 minutes was brutal for us. 21 unanswered, and we couldn't get a first down.
Yeah. And, yeah, like I said, offensively, as you take that second quarter out, you guys moved the ball pretty well, especially when you got into the I formation. You guys ran the ball really well throughout the night and actually used a lot of things out of that I, threw some passes and did things well. But yeah, defensively just didn't have the answer to what they were doing offensively for the most part.
We didn't, and we kept giving up short fields, and that's on us. And even offensively, that second quarter, and through those first 4 drives where we couldn't get a first down or we didn't sustain drives or put points on the board, that's on me calling plays. We just didn't do a good job up front, and we blew schemes. And you saw D linemen running free when we're pulling guys and not blocking back, and that's a lack of communication that falls on my shoulders for our offensive linemen not to be able to handle that in that situation. We jokingly gave Bryson a hard time on Monday. I said, I don't know what you did to those linemen, but you had negative 5 yards rushing at halftime. Because it seemed like every time we got a carry, we were not blocking back on somebody and turning one of those 2 big suckers loose inside in Mackey and Meredith. But, I'm proud of our kids. We challenged them at halftime to respond. And, come out and we get a stop, get the ball back, go right down the field, score. I was very proud of how they responded to the challenge we set forth to them. They kept playing hard. We just couldn't get off the field defensively. But offensively, I thought we really controlled that game offensively up front. And if we would have done that for those first 4 drives that we didn't score in the first half, maybe it's a different game. But credit to Hobbs. They made plays when they needed to. They got stops when they needed to and forcing us to punt. So that 4.5, 5 minute mark in that second quarter was kind of the downfall of us.
Yeah. And you talked about it. I mean, it really wasn't just one thing. It was, all 3 phases had some issues at certain points throughout the game and, give you guys obviously an opportunity to work on stuff this week. Unfortunately, it's a short week, and that doesn't make it any easier for you.
It's a little different. In this, and football players and coaches and programs are creatures of habit. So, you have a routine of what you do, and then when you throw a Thursday game in there, especially after a tough loss on Friday, it kind of speeds everything up, and we've got to get really refocused and get reorganized in how we do things, and our practice schedules change a little bit, and what we're doing on certain days. Wednesday's kind of a really go-getter day for us, and now we've got to tailor it back a little bit. So creatures of habit, but, Centennial's coming off a bye week, so they're going to be nice, well, and rested, and we're coming off 5 days rest, so let's go get them.
Yeah. Well, and we'll say you guys had, I think, the same thing last year. I think the way the schedule worked out, it was the exact same thing. You guys played on a Thursday. Now, you might have played Centennial on Friday.
We got them on a Thursday.
Oh, does it? Okay.
After a bye week.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. And I was talking about it earlier in the week. I was like, man, this seems really familiar. Like we did this last year.
Both Cruces schools, that last year and this year, we get them on a Thursday night, and they're both have a bye week the week before, so. Kudos to them.
Doesn't make it any easier for y'all, but I know that you guys by no means are you're not going to use excuses. You're not going to use any of that. You're going to go out and try to prepare. Let's talk about Centennial a little bit. Cruces, I think, has shown themselves to be the class of the district. Centennial, they played a tight game against Carlsbad. I think, Centennial and Hobbs are probably kind of close to each other in terms of, how good they are. You guys obviously know you got another big challenge in front of you.
We do, and we told our kids, and we've told them from the start of the year, if we want to host a playoff game, we got to beat one of the big three. And we didn't get that job done in Hobbs on Friday. The best part about being in this district is you get another one really fast, and we get another opportunity tomorrow night to take on a number 3 team in the state, regardless of classes and 6A for sure. And we've got to come out and play well. And it's a golden opportunity for us. And we talk to our kids, we got nothing to lose, man. Like if we do what we're supposed to, we're still going to be in the playoffs. But now we're trying to get to host a playoff game here in Tiger Stadium in front of this community. So it's not a daunting task. Centennial's a quality football team. It's a good program. It's had a lot of success, but it's something that we can accomplish.
Yeah. Centennial offensively, they'll give you, at least in the past, they give you all kinds of different looks. They'll go spread. They'll go line up and run it at you. They'll give you all. I'm sure it's similar.
Nothing's changed. They're going to give you about 65 different formations that you've seen, about 25 different motions. Even then, we talk to our kids. They only run a handful of plays. They window dress it very well. They're very well coached. They're very methodical in what they do, and they take shots in the passing game. They're taking shots to hit big plays down the field because they run the ball very effectively. They've got playmakers. The Ramirez kid, number 2, was a stud for him last year. He's back there. When he's not playing running back, they might let him play quarterback some. They're going to let him touch it about 20, 25 times a game, and rightfully so. He's a good football player. They're huge up front, like always. They're really technical up front, very sound. One of the things that kept Carlsbad in that game was, I want to say, Centennial would call for 10 holding penalties. That game's a one-off game with all the other circumstances that went into that game. But it's a good football team. Now we're going to have our hands full. I think Coach Haney and the defense have come up with a good plan to kind of mitigate them. And if you go to the past years we've had a lot of success offensively against Centennial. One of the big things we haven't been able to do is get off the field in third down. We go last year, we hung up 35 points, but we give up 61. And that's something that we've really focused on this week. We got to get them off the field. We got to create turnovers, stop them, force them to punt, stop them on downs, and then let our offense have a shot to go and milk some clock down. And that's, you go to the Hobbs game, we had 2 drives that were over 7 minutes long, which is awesome. It might not be ideal for everybody watching, but for us, it's a great to sit there and methodically just kind of wear people down. But that comes with Coach Haney and his staff coming up with a good plan. I think they did that this week, and we got to be able to execute it on Thursday night.
Yeah, certainly that was the game plan against Hobbs. That'll be the game plan against Centennial is control the clock, limit possession, score, obviously, on the end of your drives. That's going to give you the best chance to win the football
Absolutely.
game.
We've got to get them off the field, and then we've got to be able to do our stuff up front and physically control the line of scrimmage, which I think we can. You go to that second half, those 2 defense tackles for Hobbs, who might be the 2 best in the state, are really good, and we kind of mitigated that in the second half and did a really good job not letting them be playmakers and doing those things. And I thought we handled that off the defensive line and reestablishing line of scrimmage and letting our athletes get a little bit of space. And you saw Bryson, he had -5 yards in the first half and then rushes it for over 100 in the second half. Yeah. And so Best does what Best does and gets his yards. But I was really pleased with how we approached the game and how we executed that second half of that game plan. We've got to be able to do the same thing against Centennial, shorten the game. Limit possessions and make sure we kind of wear people down physically.
What did you see special teams wise that you guys wanted to work on this week? Was it just not doing the things you've done over the first few weeks of the season? Because you guys, I thought the kick coverage has been great this year.
It has been, and that was something that when we go down there, that first big kick return after we score to make it 7-7, our gunner that is supposed to have outside contain kind of goes inside of a block and it springs it out to the 50, and it's just one simple guy like that not staying in his lane. So there's been a real refocus on making sure we stay in the lanes. We don't want to kick it to their skill kids. They got really good skill kids back there. Staying in lanes, squeezing and vicing. And we vice drill every week, and that's something that we have to get better at. We did not do that very well on Friday against Hobbs, and we gave them short fields. We didn't make them drive a whole lot. I thought Sarah hit another bomb of a punt right before halftime that we didn't capitalize on, and we let Hobbs go score in 90 seconds and kind of run out the clock in the first half. So special teams wise, PAT, that's an ongoing issue every now and then when we I think that one this week we didn't get it on the tee. So it's something all the time when we have a great snap and a great hole. Dame gets a good kick and we make PAT. So it's got to be constant and everything because those points are going to matter.
Yeah, for sure. And you figure last time you guys were coming off a loss, the team reacted really well and played better the next week, obviously against Oregon Mountain. So I mean, they certainly seem like a group that you're confident in their ability to be resilient and bounce back after having a tough night.
They are. They're a tough group of kids, and they're tough because what we put them through from January till August when we get to start of what we mentally challenged to be able to handle. Our kids showed up 6 a.m. Monday morning. We watched film. They wore their butt chewings the right way and got to learn all the little things that mattered. I mean, that game, you see the score, and it was a 21-point game. We didn't tackle well. We didn't do what we were taught defensively in executing that game plan. And if you take those little things away, that game's probably a close game. We got a shot to win, especially if we don't have that 5-minute window. We got to go back to the basics of doing what we're taught. And we have that saying, do what you're taught, not what you're thought, and what you thought. And so we got to get back to that, re-emphasizing with kids. Our kids handled Monday morning very well. You can see it in their faces that they were very discouraged by their performance, especially after watching film and seeing the plays that we let get away from us, especially offensively and not blocking down and blocking back. So those are the things that we're encouraged about. I think our kids are resilient. They've proven that. They're going to come back. We've had a really good week of practice. Now we got to be able to execute at a high level on Thursday night. And we tell our kids the whole time, like, Friday night at 7 is no different than Thursday night at 7. Ball's going on the tee and somebody's kicking it somewhere.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to it. Field the Dreams on Thursday night. Tigers take on Centennial. Good luck, Coach.
Appreciate it, man. Go Tigers.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is Emily from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low intro rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Welcome back here to Las Cruces and the Field of Dreams. Both teams have gone back to the locker room A good contingent of Alamogordo fans have made the trip. No surprise with it being just a 70-mile ride over the mountains. The Alamogordo High School cheerleaders are in attendance as well. Of course, the athletic training and student athletic training staff are here as well. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Gosh, it's amazing how different things are for Centennial. They're posting stats on Max Preps. They used to not even put their roster up there. Good deal. The starting quarterback, Ruiz Labaran, 618 yards passing this year, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Looks like Jacob Bermudez has also played a bit at quarterback this year, but I wonder if that has been – yeah, they're both juniors. It may be kind of a mixed bag there. So we'll see who we get at quarterback tonight, because Bermudez is 13 of 20, 147 yards. Yeah, you wonder if maybe that was just either an injury or has been playing late in games when Centennial's up. Hard to say. Dalen Ramirez, 95 carries, 860 yards through 5 games this year. He's averaging 172 yards rushing per game. He's got 9 touchdowns. He's run for over 100 yards in 4 of his 5 games this year. Coach touched on him just a little bit, that he's going to be a difficult player to stop tonight. 5'9", 180, but obviously exceptionally athletic. And they're really spread out on the receiver core. They've got 4 different guys that have about 10 catches this year and multiple touchdown passes, so that makes it a challenge. Ramirez has got 10 catches. Cole Allens has got 9 catches for 176 yards. Chase Sanchez, number 6, 12 catches for 119 yards. And number 12, Andrew Sandoval with 16 catches for 227 yards this season. Defensively, led in tackles by Jonathan Valenzuela Charest, and number 5, Joseph Bitar. They're testing me on these names this week. And then pretty even after that as well. They've got a number of guys that are up above 20, 25 tackles throughout this season. And 2 guys with 3 sacks apiece. Number 80, Carlos Medina. Number 9, Valenzuela Charez. And number 36, Gerardo Estrada, also with 2.5 sacks this year. Just 4 interceptions as a team and 2 fumble recoveries. So they haven't been, having 3-4 turnover games or forcing that defensively. So I don't know what that necessarily says going into tonight, but it's definitely a team that has not necessarily been a ball hawking team this year. Some teams you just look at that defense and you see the amount of turnovers they have. It's not quite that for Centennial, but hey, this is a really good team, and they're going to do a little bit of everything in terms of throwing the football, running the football. They've passed for 814. They've run for 1,208. So they're definitely a better running team by just a skosh, but they obviously have the ability to do both, and that always provides an immense challenge for a defense. So we'll see how the Alamogordo Tigers handle that coming up here in just about 10 minutes. As for the Tigers, as we're now up to it'll be game 7 for Alamogordo, but through 5 or 6 games this season. Nate Best, 274 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, 3 picks, but he's run for 846 yards through those 6 games. He's averaging 141 yards a game, 4 touchdowns. Bryson Bloom, 522 yards rushing this season. He's averaging 87 yards a game so far this season. And Tristan Bowman still leading the Tigers in receiving 10 catches, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Ethan Butafong also with a couple of touchdown receptions on the season. And then defensively for the Tigers, it's been Nathaniel Saraceras had such a great season across the board. They use him in every which way they can, and he certainly has shown out this season, leading the team in tackles. Bryson Bloom's right behind him. There's a reason those 2 guys get as much playing time as they do. You throw in Damian Moreno as well. All 3 of those guys have just been stellar in not just their position, but in other positions. Like I said, both Nathaniel and Damian stepping into the kicking roles this year, and I feel like I talk about that before every game, but that was not something that either one of those guys was expecting to do going into the season, and they both handled it really, really well. So they certainly deserve a lot of credit for that. All right, looks like they're getting ready for the national anthem, so we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break, and we'll return. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Alamogordo Tigers, Centennial Hawks coming up for you here in just a little bit. Stay with us.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Did you know that First National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Otero County? This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Our associates are the best. Not only do they provide great customer service, but they also serve in various roles with organizations in our community. They help at schools and even raise money for scholarships at NMSUA. Does your out-of-state bank or credit union care about our community like we do? Come see our friendly and knowledgeable associates today.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low intro rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back here to the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces as the Centennial Hawks are taking the field. Alamogordo Tigers just took the field a short while ago. The Tigers, if you weren't with us at the top, we did tell you what they were, their uniforms tonight, but gold pants and white tops, black numerals, gold outlining, black pants for them tonight. And the Hawks in all red tonight with yellow numerals, red helmets, red pants, red tops for them as well. Tigers are receiving the kickoff. They won the toss and opted to take the ball first. And they will be going from right to left, which is south to north-ish. I think we're kind of at an angle, but I'm going to go with the closest possible, so I'll say south to north. You guys won't know. It's all right. Right to left on your radio dial. That's what really matters at the end of the day, right? So both teams out onto the field. Is it probably, 50 to 75 Alamogordo fans have made the trip over tonight. Centennial's got I would say, a solid contingent here this evening. I don't know if a Thursday night game makes any difference in terms of, getting out and watching the football game. I I don't know. It's kind of a weird one. We also have, I think the Aggies are playing tonight over at the Field of Dreams, over at Aggie Memorial tonight, Thursday night against Sam Houston. So got a couple of football games happening here in Las Cruces tonight. I'm Charles Winnicky, by the way. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Tiger Football, and excited to bring you all the action over the next few hours. Obviously, not many games going on tonight, so I'll have to look and see who else is playing on this Thursday night, but it's not a bunch. There's probably about 5 or 6 games going across the state of New Mexico. As the Tigers are lined up and ready to go, they've got 2 returners back at about the 10-yard line. Field of Dreams turf replaced 3 years ago. Kind of an alternating lighter green with dark green. And it's got all 4 schools' logos in between the 2 end zones. And then Field of Dreams with the Zia symbol, or kind of a form of the Zia symbol, in the center of the field. Waiting for the officials to be ready to get this one started. We're waiting. Well, we're past 7 o'clock here, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's not windy enough to need a holder. I'm not sure what's going on. One of the officials seems to be having a conversation with the kicker for Centennial. Had another player that ran up. Yeah, there still continues to be a conversation that's going on here, so I'm not sure what's happening. Anyhow, Tigers coming in at 4-2 and 1-1 in district. Centennial is 4-1 and 1-0 in district play. We didn't go through Centennial's full schedule during the pregame. We talked obviously about their stats a bit, but wins over Atrisco Heritage, Artesia, Rio Rancho, and Carlsbad. They played a lot of close games this year and then lost to Cleveland in their opener. All right, looks like we're ready to go. Ball is on the tee on the far hash at the 40-yard line. As Centennial will kick it on the ground, and it'll be taken by, it was going to be taken by Sarah Saris. He does go back and get it at about the 30. Went off his hands, and he went back to go and gathered in, and Centennial met him right there. Not bad starting field position for the Alamogordo Tigers. Again, going right to left here to begin the game, headed towards the north end zone. As the Tiger offense breaks the huddle out at the numbers on the far side, and let's see what they formation-wise decide to set up with. Looks like 2 wide receivers, lead back. Tigers are a little banged up on the offensive line tonight, and actually 3 wide receivers. I think they're missing 2 starters tonight, and also their lead back as well. Man in motion from right to left, and they will give it to him, and that's Tristan Bowman on the jet sweep, and not a whole lot there. He'll get across the 30-yard line and to the 31. And I'm always unsure whether to call that a pass or a run. I think it's technically a pass. We're going to give him a run on that one, though. 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Centennial able to move well laterally on that and not give the Tigers much room. And so the ball near hash now at the 31 of the Tigers. They'll send 2 wide receivers up to the top. Now they'll bring a lead back in off to the right. Looks like Valdez going to be in that lead back spot as Best looking for some room straight ahead, and there's nothing. He tried to be patient and find some space, but there was nothing there. And the Tigers will face a 3rd down and 10. That's a 2-yard loss for Alamogordo. Ball back to the 29-yard line, which is where the drive started, and you'd imagine the Tigers are going to be trying to go to the air here. 10:49 to go first quarter with the Tigers on their opening drive. Derezzo split out to the bottom. Arona and Bowman to the top, and the running back to the right of Best. Best will roll out to his right looking to throw. And still looking to throw, and he is going to complete it. Nice throw in between a couple of defenders. Finds Keaton Arona, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down. Gets it to Arona at the 40, right at the far hash, and then he falls forward to about the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 12 for Keaton Arona. And the Tigers move the chains on the opening drive. That's a big one. You just don't want to come out in the field and go 3 and out against a team of Centennial's caliber and the offense that they can put up. So Tigers staying in 3 wide receivers. 1 split out to the bottom, 2 to the top. Ball's in the far hash, running back to the right. Best going to run it, and he made the first man miss, and is not going to make the second and third man miss, and maybe got about a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 9. Tigers up to their own 42-yard line, and the ball will stay on the far hash here. No score if you're just tuning in. Clock rolling with 9:35 to go in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Running back to the left, and here is the handoff. Bloom will get it, go straight ahead, and he's going to be pushed back. Forward progress will net him, it looks like, a yard, and it'll be 2nd down and 8. So it's been tough sledding in the running game for the Tigers here early. Best -2, 1. Bloom with the 1-yard carry there, 2 yards for Bowman on the jet sweep. And so we'll likely have to go to the air again here to get a first down, but they were able to convert last time. 3rd and 8 now. Ball on the far hash at the 43. 3 wide receivers again for the Tigers, 2 to the bottom this time. And Best will roll out to his left. Here comes pressure, but Best able to get away from it, and he's going to go up the far sideline. He is going to get out of bounds and get the first down. So pressure was coming from his strong side, so he was able to see it. He was rolling to his left. He was able to make the defensive end miss, and once he got to the outside, he was able to turn the corner and work his way to the Centennial 47-yard line. So another 3rd down conversion for the Tigers, picking up 10 on the scramble, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Alamogordo at the Centennial 47-yard line. Ball stays on the far hash. 2 receivers come down to the bottom, and it looks like the Tigers going with an extra tight end, extra man on the line. Best going to run it to his left, looking for some lead blocking, and he'll get better yardage than I think we've seen so far on the run plays for the Tigers. As he gets across the 45 to the 44, it's a gain of 3. Or I should say on the designed run plays for the Tigers up to this point. The scramble obviously netted a bit more. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 here for the Tigers now. Ball at the Centennial 44 and between the hashes now. 2 receivers up to the top, lead back to the right. Bloom will line up to the left of Best. Best will give it off to Bloom, and Bloom gets it across the 40, puts the shoulder down and gets an extra yard or 2, gets it to the 39. And that will give the Tigers 5 on the run. And the most manageable 3rd down the Tigers have had so far. It's been 3rd and 10 and 3rd and 8 that they've converted, and now it's 3rd and 2. Ball stays right between the hashes. 7 minutes to go first quarter. 2 receivers up to the top, and the Tigers go to the I here. Valdez is the fullback. Bloom is the tailback. And a hard count. Now Best 2 on the play clock. He does snap it. The ball is fumbled, but he's able to pick it up. Give it to Bloom, and Bloom breaks through. He's to the 20. He's to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Alamogordo Tigers. That play looked like it was doomed from the start, and Bloom's going to go 39 yards into the end zone. He broke a tackle right in the middle of the pile there, and once he did, showed off his speed, and the Tigers take a 6-0 lead with 6:44 to go in the first quarter. Tigers line up for the extra point. This has been kind of up and down for Alamogordo this year. And it looks like a new kicker for the Tigers. Kick is up, and it is good. So that was Aiden Vasquez? Was it really? I thought he was out for the season. Huh, okay. I genuinely thought he wasn't going to play this year, but I don't know. Maybe that's somebody else they've got in at 11. So it's 7-0 Alamogordo. We will take a break and return. Tigers in front on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Here are a few tips on how to stay vigilant and protect yourself from fraud. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Monitor your accounts. Use strong passwords. Be skeptical of unsolicited emails and messages. Don't deposit checks received in the mail from unknown sources. Use anti-malware software and educate yourself. Stay informed about common fraud schemes and tactics used by scammers. If you suspect fraudulent activity, report it to your financial institution and the appropriate authorities immediately. Stay alert, stay safe.
Member FDIC.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. So that was Damian Moreno, by the way, that is wearing number 11 tonight. So just to again, I thought Aiden wasn't going to be able to play this season, so that makes me feel better that I'm not crazy, or at least not crazy for that reason. 7-0 Tigers in front of the Centennial Hawks after a 39-yard touchdown run here in the first quarter of play. 6:40 to go. The kickoff, by the way, was touched by a Centennial player, and then as it worked its way down, they had to just go out of bounds, so they'll start at their own 21-yard line, and Tigers get in the backfield, and they've got a sack. They will bring down the quarterback, Labyrin. And that'll be a loss back to, there was a combination sack. Didn't see who both got in there, but Tigers able to get in there and get some pressure. That's something Tigers haven't been very good at this year. 2nd and 14. And so a great start defensively for Alamogordo. Centennial lines up 2 wide receivers. Down to the bottom side. And here comes the read option. Tigers in the backfield quickly, and they've got Ramirez dropped for about a 5-yard loss. Or I guess back to the 15, so let's call it a 2-yard loss. What a defensive start here for the Tigers. Centennial is going to be back 3rd and 15, 16 here. See if the Tigers can get off the field. That was one of the things Coach Cisco talked about in his interview, was getting off the field on 3rd down. Here would be a stellar opportunity after scoring the touchdown. Here is the drop back. Labyrinth standing in the pocket. He throws, and that is incomplete at the far sideline. And I don't see any flags on the field, and the Tigers force a 3 and out. A sack, a 2-yard loss on a run, and Alamogordo's come out fired up defensively and are going to get the ball back with great field position here. Hunter for Centennial standing back at his own goal line. And it looks like Centennial is missing one player. They've got 10 on the play clock, and it's going to be a timeout for Centennial. So the Tigers getting ready to receive a punt, and we've got a timeout on the field. 5:19 to go first quarter, 7-0 Alamogordo. And we'll come right back here to the Field of Dreams. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
The punt for Centennial is going to hit at about the 45 and then take an Alamogordo bounce, and it's going to go to the 42-yard line, and that is where Alamogordo will start offensively. dream start here for Alamogordo. They convert a couple third downs and get a long touchdown run from Bryson Bloom on their opening drive, and now they get to start in Centennial territory here on drive number 2. And I would say if you're Alamogordo, just keep the foot on the pedal with 2 receivers up to the top. 5:11 to go first quarter. Tigers 7 and Hawks nothing. And back to the I formation for the Tigers. Ball is just inside the far hash. Alamogordo going right to left. As Best goes under center, he will fake the handoff to the running back, and not the decision there as he gets wrapped up in the backfield for a loss. So that's a big loss on first down for the Tigers. As it goes to the 46-yard line, it's a loss of 4, I'm sorry. But for the Tigers, they'll stay in the I. 2 receivers to the bottom. Just got the big run from Bloom out of this formation. That was a play that didn't start well. Toss play to the near side, and a big hit in the backfield as Bloom is going to be put down. That's another loss for the Tigers. So Centennial's defense, that'll be looks like a 1-yard loss for Bloom. 3rd and long now for Alamogordo. So Centennial's defense step here after giving up the run for the touchdown, and now Tigers have to go to the air here. Maybe don't need to get it all. You can pick up 8 or 9, and you at least think about going for it. Tigers are staying in the I formation with 2 receivers up to the top. And dropping straight back to pass and going down the middle of the field, and he had Bowman, but he just overthrew him by about a yard or 2. The Tigers had it. Bowman had gotten through the defenders and was behind, and if Best lays that out there just a little bit better, the Tigers probably have a touchdown, but not to be. It'll go as an incomplete pass. And the Tigers will be forced to punt. So not able to take advantage of the really good field position. Sarah standing back at his own 40 to punt it away. That is not a very good punt. That will bounce at the 20 or the 30. And I think he just took that one off of his shin or something. Unusual for Saris. He's been a great punter all season long, but it goes just to the 27-yard line, so about a 20-yard punt. And Centennial ends up with a little bit better field position than they had to open the last drive. Now, can the Tiger defense keep up what they did on the opening drive? 2 receivers to the bottom. And the running back and the quarterback, everybody else on the line. So it's 7 on the line for Centennial. Here's the snap and the handoff, and getting hit in the backfield, and we've got a penalty flag. And not sure whether that was on the tackle attempt, or we've got, I think, a D lineman and an offensive lineman that are both down. One of the Tigers had gotten in the backfield and had gotten their hands on Ramirez. He shook that loose, got himself back to the line of scrimmage. We're still going to wait and see what the penalty flag is going to be. I think it's going to be a hold on Centennial. I think. But they're attending to one Centennial player and one Alamogordo player. The Alamogordo player is back up on his feet. That is number 9, Vince Estron. And he's sort of stretching out his left leg, and the Centennial player is still on his back at the 25-yard line. And so they continue to work on him. Personal foul, face mask. Okay. So it was on the tackle attempt. The the man who got in the backfield, it was kind of awkward, and I couldn't tell if he had him by the shoulder pads or if he had him by the face mask, and obviously the official a bit closer than me, so. And trying to pick out the number for Centennial. I think it's 67, but maybe 87. Howie Garcia. But he is walking off the field, but not especially fast. And so we're ready to go here. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Centennial, now at their own 43-yard line. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. It's Tigers 7, Centennial nothing. And it's 3 wide receivers, lead back off to the left. Tigers showing blitz. Ramirez gets the ball, makes the first man miss, gets to the 50-yard line, and is going to be brought down from behind as number 12, Yadiel Torado, makes the tackle for the Tigers. But it's going to be enough for a first down as Centennial takes it to the 45-yard line. And that's a gain of 12 for Ramirez. Tigers are being aggressive. I don't feel like I've seen Alamo blitz a whole lot this year, and they're sending the 2 linebackers right up the middle, trying to create some pressure. And here is a handoff. Ramirez makes the first man miss, trying to get it to the outside. Valdez giving chase. He gets to the 40, and still fighting for extra yards. Ramirez has got the first down again, as they'll get it to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15. First down Centennial. They've moved the chains 3 times now on this drive. 2:40 to go in the first. The clock continues to roll as the ball stays at the 30-yard line. 2 receivers at the top, 2 to the bottom. Tigers again bring the blitz. And plenty of time for Labyrinth as he throws to the near sideline. He's got a man. He's got the catch. He's got the touchdown. Ball was caught at about the 5-yard line at the numbers. Really nice pass to the flag. And Centennial goes 30 yards on the touchdown, as it's number 12, Andrew Sandoval, on the touchdown. First pass attempt of the game for the Hawks, and it goes in for 6. So the extra point try upcoming. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is through the uprights and good. 7-7, 2:26 to go in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low intro rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Line drive kick for the Tigers, and it's Sarah Saris who has been playing as an up man here and got a penalty flag goes flying in from one of the officials after he went out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. Nothing from up here that was overtly noticeable, so we'll wait on the call from the officials. 7-7 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard with 2:18 to go. Waiting to see personal foul, face mask, against Centennial. So Alamogordo is going to get really good field position again. Each team with a 15-yard face mask penalty tonight. And Alamogordo will start in Centennial territory as they begin their third drive of the game. It'll be at the Centennial 39. Two receivers at the bottom, one at the top, lead back off to the right. And Best will be in the shotgun here with Bloom to his left. Tigers going right to left still here in the first quarter as he awaits the snap. Best will take Sarah Saris. By the way, Sarah Saris, the running back there, but just tried to go straight ahead and not much there for Best. And I think it's going to be no gain. Well, so far, with the exception of the scramble, hasn't been much there for Nate, which maybe that would be, put the Tigers in a passing situation. You roll them out of the pocket right or left, which is what they did a couple of times, and maybe that creates more running room for him. Who knows? Two receivers at the bottom, one at the top. And here's the handoff. Sarah Saris is going to get it. He tries to go straight up the middle, and looks like he's going to get a yard on his first carry of the night. And it'll be 3rd and 9 for Alamogordo. They faced a lot of 3rd and longs. And it will be 3rd and 9. Tigers in their huddle. Centennial has stayed with 4 down linemen and usually 1 extra man right on the end. Now they're in 3 and 1 standing off the near side. And Best will roll out to his left. And now we'll go to his right. Breaks a tackle. Looking for somewhere to go with it. And he threw it away. He was out of the pocket. There was nobody there. He did get it back to the line of scrimmage, so it should not be intentional grounding. However, my understanding of intentional grounding over the years is school level has been a little I think they changed the rule a couple years ago to make it make more sense. Well, again, Tigers get great field position and unable to do anything with it. Looks like they're leaving the offense on the field, though. And indeed they are. 10 on the play clock here, so they're going to need to hurry and get into position. 6 on the play clock, no big hurry. Now they're set up. Here's the snap, and Best is looking to throw. And he's going to roll out to his right and pump fake and going to try to run for the first down. There's a penalty flag down. So we'll see if this is going to count. It looks like he has the first down. I think they were trying to clear everything out and give him room to run. Holding going to be called on Alamogordo. So it would have been a first down right at the sticks at about the 29-yard line, and instead it's going to come back. So sometimes when a play breaks down like that, I think Centennial was waiting to see if they had picked up the first down or not. Tigers will punt now. So that's 2 times Alamogordo has started pretty far into Centennial territory and has not been able to get a first down. So that'll be disappointing here. 43 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And so it'll be Sarah Saris to punt it away, standing in his own 40. That where he sent away the last one. Good snap. And this one's a line drive kick. Caught in the air at the 15-yard line. And working to the 20, still bouncing it to the outside and getting the corner. And then getting pushed out of bounds. It's like, is that Best in there? Best was in there on the coverage. Huh. They were leaving Nate in there on special teams, but they did. The return goes to about the 35-yard line, 36-yard line. It was Ramirez on the return for Centennial. And so it ends up being right about back where the Tigers started the drive. The line drive kick gave Ramirez an opportunity to do something with that. And Centennial will start on the near hash, going left to right. 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Labyrin, the quarterback, will hand it off, running to the near side. Ramirez able to get to about the 45. It's going to be a gain of 9. And it'll be second down and 1. And it looks like that's going to do it for one quarter. So tied up at 7 after 1. You're listening to Tiger Football here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Will snap it here as it's second down and 1, and Ramirez made the man miss in the backfield and still making men miss as he gets upfield, crosses the 50, and is brought down as he has been a challenge to get on the ground for the Tigers so far tonight. Takes it to the Alamogordo 47. That'll be a gain of 8, and Centennial will move the chains. So 1st and 10 in Tiger territory now. They switch the directions going right to left, headed towards the north end zone here at the Field of Dreams. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 7-7, 11:30 to go in the second quarter. Here's the snap and the handoff. Ramirez coming to the near side and finding some seams to run through. Not a bunch there as he gets across the 45, brings it to the near side, and is down at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Tigers got off to a great start, touchdown and 3 and out. But then Alamo's gone 3 and out on their last 2 offensive possessions with great field position. Hawks scored on a 30-yard touchdown pass on their second drive, and this is their third drive of the night. 3 receivers at the top, 1 to the bottom, and a running back to the left of the quarterback, Labyrinth. 4 down linemen for the Tigers. Speed option to the near side. Labyrinth going to keep it the whole way, and he is going to get out of bounds as he goes all the way to the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Seven carries for 57 yards for Ramirez. Oh, I'm sorry, that was not Ramirez there. That was Labyrinth. Want to give the right guy his credit there. Labyrinth, 2 carries for 7 yards for him. 2 receivers to the bottom, 2 to the top as they'll stay in 4 wide here. 10:41 to go in the second quarter. Ball's on the near hash. Here's the snap. Labyrinth going to stand and ready to pass now. He's going to break out of the pocket, and he is going to get to the 30, and he'll go out of bounds as he's ushered that way by Sarah Saris, and we'll take it to the 24-yard line. That is a yard shy of the first down, a gain of 9, and it'll be second down and 1 for the Hawks. You know, the Tigers haven't been able to get the same pressure as they did on a couple of plays early. So Labyrinth's had time and able to get out of the pocket there. And they'll stay 4 wide receivers here. I think trying to spread Alamogordo out a little bit more has worked better for the Hawks. And Labyrinth again will drop back to pass. Just a little flip here to the near side. Ramirez, he's at the 20. He's at the 15. We've got a penalty flag, and I think we're going to get a hold here on one of the receivers up in front of the play. It might still be enough for a first down, even with the 10-yard penalty, because it's up at the 10-yard line where I would imagine it's a hold now. And again, there maybe was more going on there, and somebody grabbed somebody's face mask, but no, it is a hold on the Hawks. Like I said, I think they're still going to have the first down here. because I think it's going to be from the 10-yard line to the 20, so it'll move the chains. Just won't get down inside the 15. Yeah, so they'll mark it off to the 20, and it'll be 1st and 10. So it'll be at about a 4-yard gain. We'll give the 4 yards there on the reception for Ramirez. 2 receivers to each side. Ball's in the near hash. 1st and 10 for Centennial as they move the chains. And a man in motion near side to the far side. And Labyrinth back to pass. And he'll step up and he'll run to the near side. Tigers after him, but he runs away and is able to get out of bounds. So those defensive linemen are, they're like an arm's reach away, but just can't grab it. Labyrinth's got some size, too, so you're probably just not going to bring him down with the tug of the jersey. And he's going to take it all the way down to the 6-yard line, and it is a gain of 14 and a 1st down. One of those things you feel like that when you're watching from up here, it's like, oh, they're so close to grabbing him, but probably not. 2 receivers to the far side, and they'll put 7 on the line of scrimmage. Will the Hawks out of the shotgun, running back to the right, and it looks like Ramirez able to make the first man miss, make the second man miss, and still fighting for the end zone. Don't know if he got there. I think he's going to be about a yard shy, but that was twice the Tigers should have brought him down. Coach Cisco is very unhappy about something. He didn't like something that he saw there. He is, at least I think, unless he's upset with his defenders, I don't know which one it is, but I believe he was making reference to the official there. Gain of 5 on the play. Maybe thought he saw a hold there or something. 1 receiver to each side now. They'll take a lead back off to the right. And Labyrinth will snap it, hand it off. Ramirez will go in almost untouched. And then Ramirez, as he gets up, shoves off one of the Tigers for some reason. Not really sure what that was about. Tigers tackled him as he was coming across the goal line, but so it'll be a 1-yard gain for the touchdown. And the Hawks have the lead here, 13-7, 9:21 to go in the second quarter. There's the snap and the kick, and it is good. So it's 14-7, Centennial, 9:21 to go in the second quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Football here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Centennial 14, Alamogordo 7. Hawks this time will kick it off deep. And Moreno is able to get it back at the 5 and trying to make some moves at about the 10 and will be shy of the 15-yard line. Tigers had been playing a little aggressive and keeping the guys up a little bit because Centennial had gone line drive kick the first 2 times. And on this occasion, they decided to kick it deep, and Ramirez had to go back and try to make an over-the-shoulder catch. And when he did it, just kind of glanced off his hands, and he was trying to make some moves to get away, and there was really nowhere for him to go. Well, can Alamogordo respond? This is their worst starting field position by far tonight. They've started 2 drives in Centennial territory, went 3 and out on both of those. Their opening drive, they started, I think, at about the 35 and went down the field and scored. So here's Best looking to run to the near side. Some pretty good room there as he gets across the 15 and will be pushed back, but not before he gets to, it looks like, the 18-yard line. And a gain of 5 for Alamogordo, 2nd down and 5. Just trying to regain some of that momentum they had on the opening drive. They converted a couple of long 3rd downs and then broke open a run on, I think that was 3rd and 2 when Bloom scored. As the Tigers will take 2 receivers up to the top, and they'll go back to the I formation here. Valdez the fullback. Bloom is the tailback. Bryson will get it. Come to the near side. Gets behind this big offensive lineman there. James Garcia, 79, leading the way. And he'll get up to about the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 3. And the Tigers will face another 3rd down here, 3rd and 3. Clock rolling with 8 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Stellar start for the Tigers. They forced the Centennial 3 and out along with that touchdown. But since then, Centennial's had the better of it. Tigers going back to the I. 2 receivers at the top. And Best will go under center. Best will hand it off, and there's running room to the left side, and getting in the open again is Bloom. To the 40, to the 50, to the 40, up the sideline, 30, 20, 10. He will score! The Tigers again get a long touchdown run. Bryson Bloom, 79 yards on the score, and the Alamogordo Tigers are an extra point away from tying it up. Credit to those guys up front. They have been blocking well tonight, and both times has been out of that I formation. The Tigers have busted a big run. Nine carries, 95. I'm sorry. Let me go back there. That's over 100 yards rushing now for Bloom. He was up at 44. And now has himself an 80-yard touchdown run there. 123 yards rushing. 125, actually. Extra point is good. We're tied. 7:33 to go, 2nd quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Bryson Bloom, a 79-yard touchdown run. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low interest rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Tigers to kick it off after tying up the game. Moreno line drive kick. It rolls and touches one player at about the 25, and he'll fight forward to the 30 as the Tigers kick return team brings him down at the 30-yard line. But what a big run by Bryson Bloom, his second touchdown of the night. He broke one from 39 or from 44, 39, and then broke another from 79. And he's testing my math skills here, trying to add big numbers. Well, big numbers for me, let's put it that way. Okay, I did have it right, 123. He's got 126 yards rushing on 6 carries tonight. 2 receivers, no, 1 receiver to the top, and here is the handoff to Ramirez. We've got a penalty flag, and it's going to be a false start called on Centennial. So 5-yard penalty on the Hawks. And so it'll be first down and 15. Well, what a great answer from Alamogordo. That was the big question. Were the Tigers going to be able to find a way to make something happen after the Hawks had scored back-to-back touchdowns? How can the defense come up with their second stop of the night? Stack 2 wide receivers at the top. Will the Hawks, 1 receiver to the bottom, lead back to the left, running backs to the right of the quarterback Labyrinth. Tigers again bring a blitz. Labyrinth standing in the pocket, throwing deep, and there's going to be a penalty flag on Alamogordo. And Coach Cisco very not happy with that call. Hard to tell. I was kind of shielded out by the Centennial player. On whether there was actually a hold there or not. And yeah, it is a holding penalty on Alamogordo. No, they're going to call pass interference, actually. So pass interference. So it'll take it to the 40 and should be a first down. Now the white hat is going over to talk to, and I think he's probably just telling Cisco to not come onto the field there. There wasn't a lot there. It wasn't super egregious, but there was definitely contact. But I guess, it's one of those that you'd have to, everybody sees it from a different perspective. But there's been a couple. I mean, that's the second or third time that Coach Cisco's been demonstrably upset over a call or a non-call. Here's the snap and the handoff, and we've got whistles and stopping the play before it begins. False starts again on Centennial. So somebody's getting off to a little bit of an early go here. They had brought Labyrinth out of the game. I think they were just running a kind of a wildcat there. I believe number 19, Jesus Sanchez, was in at quarterback. So Labyrinth comes back onto the field here. 7 linemen for the Hawks, 2 wide receivers, and then out of the shotgun. Tigers again bring some pressure up the middle. Ramirez, he's able to get through the first one, and then one Tiger just holding on to his ankle. Got through the first tackle, and he gets back the penalty yardage plus more as he gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And in fact, they'll give him the 47, so a gain of 12 on the carry. So after all that, by the way, we've had penalties and lots of things going on. Not much time has run off the game clock. 6:41 to go in the second quarter if you're just joining us. 14-14. 2 Bryson Bloom touchdown runs for the Tigers. Ramirez has got a touchdown run. Labyrinth's got a touchdown pass. And here is the handoff. Ramirez gets away from the first defender. There'll be a holding penalty, I think, coming up on Centennial in the backfield. And color of the night has been yellow so far for both teams. So holding on Centennial will bring this one back. Hawks had again brought Labyrinth off the field, so that seems to be something that they kind of mix match and bring their quarterback off, and we saw that in the statistics. So I think they marked that off from the previous spot, not from the penalty flag. And in fact, they do. So it'll be second and about 13. They need the 50 for a first down. Ball is marked back to the 37 after the hold. And one of the Tiger defenders had gotten in and kind of had a bit of a grab on Ramirez, but the one of the linemen also had a grab of the Tiger defender, and that's what led to the hold. So 4 wide receivers, trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. And here's the snap. Labyrinth back to pass. They're trying to set up a screen, and they're able to get at the receiver. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. Still coming up the near sideline, and then Ramirez is brought down. And then a penalty flag comes in late. Certainly didn't look like a late hit by any means. Everybody was still playing on it. He gets to the 40-yard line, but that seems to be what it would be. And I think Bloom coming over to try to get... They're going to call that a horse collar tackle? He didn't even bring him down. Ramirez never even went down to the ground. Ooh. Well, these officials have been very penalty flag happy tonight. So that's another 15-yard penalty. And it takes it to the Alamogordo 25-yard line. The completion ended up going for 23. Here's a throw. And, boy, it looked like a little push-off by the Centennial receiver to create some space. The ball is going to be overthrown, though. Certainly could have argued OPI there, but for all the flags that are thrown tonight, you'd think that was going to be one of them that was going to get called. And so it'll be second down and 10 for Centennial at the near hash at the 25. They're going right to left. 6:08 to go in the second quarter. We really haven't had much game clock roll off here in this second quarter. A lot of plays out of bounds, penalty flags. 2 wide receivers, 7 linemen, and the running back and the quarterback in the shotgun. Labyrinth awaits the snap, and they're going to dish to Ramirez, who is set up as a wide receiver. No, not Ramirez. That's number 6, actually, and he is going to be grabbed at about the 20. Is spun down at the 19-yard line. It's Chase Sanchez on the carry. So Labyrinth looked like he was just going to run the football and then tossed it back to the receiver on the reverse. And they pick up 6 or 7. They're calling it 3rd and 3 at the Alamogordo 19-yard line. 2 receivers to the top. Running back to the right of Labyrinth. Tigers jump off sides. Hard count by Labyrinth will give them the automatic first down there. Or a first down, not necessarily automatic. That'll move the chains as the Tigers came across the line of scrimmage. And down to the 13, it'll be 1st and 10 for Centennial. So first down on a pass interference. 15 extra on a horse collar tackle. And then another 5 there on the offsides. Labyrinth will give it to Ramirez as he tries to take it up the middle. Giez comes in and meets him. And that'll be minimal yardage. Looks like he gained 1 or 2 on the carry. Already 11 carries tonight for Ramirez. And it'll be second down and 9 at the 12. 2 receivers to the top. And 7 on the line again. Here's Ramirez taking the direct snap, brings it to the left side. He faked the toss to the right. He will get into the end zone and score. And Dalen Ramirez will make it a 20-14 lead for Centennial with 4:31 to go here in the second quarter. So he took the direct snap, faked a toss to his right, and then ran off to the left, and the guys up front created a lane for him, and he gets into the end zone from 12 yards out. His second touchdown run of the night. 91 yards rushing for him. And awaiting the extra point try, as Jordan Trujillo will kick it for the Hawks. It is up and through the uprights. Hawks 21, Tigers 14, 4:31 to go here in the second on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Football here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is Emily from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Centennial to kick it away here with 4:31 to go in the second on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's the Hawks 21 and the Tigers 14. Hawks again will go with the line drive kick, and Tigers have a little bit of trouble with it. Moreno's able to get it at the 20, and then it'll be brought down at about the 15. There's a penalty flag up at about the 20-yard line. I know you're surprised that there's another penalty flag. I think each team's got 6 penalties each. And from where it's at, I'm thinking it's going to be a hold on Alamo, but well, let's wait and see. Indeed it is. So I think it's half the distance to the goal here. Shouldn't be the full 10. Go back to the 8-yard line. That's where the Tiger offense will take over here. This is an important drive for Alamogordo. Centennial gets the ball to begin the second half. Trying to keep pace. You want to try to get one in the end zone here. Tigers line up in the I. Alamo's done a nice job on 2-minute-ish drills this season. Hasn't felt the need to really rush it. Bloom will get the ball and try to take it off right. And that's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 5. It's been a kind of feast or famine tonight for the Tigers running the football. They've got the 2 big runs from Bloom, and everything else has been a lot of negative yardage, unfortunately. Under 4 minutes to go here in the second. And so not only hoping to score here, but very good chance Centennial gets the ball back. They might start using some timeouts. They'll go to the shotgun here with the Tigers. 2 receivers to the bottom. As Best takes the snap, hands it off, gives it to Bloom, and Bloom maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but not much there as the Hawks got into the backfield quickly. Yeah, they gave him 1, it looks like. So it gets up to the 6. But 3rd and long here for the Tigers. 3:23 to go in the second. Yeah, okay, maybe it is the 5. The one official on the far side had walked forward to the 6. Well, Tigers need the 18 for a first down, so it's 3rd and 13. Best takes the snap. He'll roll out to his left looking to throw. And he will try to find Arona, but sort of airmailed that one out of bounds, throwing it across his body. And so it'll be a 4th down punt, and the Tigers will have Saris back deep in his own end zone. So the poor kick return along with the penalty really hurt the Tigers there, and Hawks should have really good field position here with 2:53 to go in the second, a chance to extend that lead to 2 scores, and then you also throw in, get the ball to begin the second half. However, like I said, with the field position where it is, by no means could they end up scoring more than once here before the end of the half, and they're going to be coming after the punt. Saris gets it away. This is his best punt of the night, high, and it'll hit right out of bounds at the 41, so no return. And that is where they'll mark it out at. So 41-yard line is where the Hawks will begin, and figure that's about a 36-yard punt. Didn't allow a return. See if the Tiger defense can come up with a big stop here and keep it a 1-score game as we get close to half. So with the exception of that opening drive, Centennial's been able to move the ball on the Tigers. And they'll go with 2 receivers to the top. 2 receivers just kind of off the end of the line on each side. And then, of course, Labyrinth and Ramirez in the backfield together out of the shotgun. They try something tricky here. And fake of the handoff, and Labyrinth is going to throw it to the receiver. He was here at the near side, kind of snuck underneath it, and brought down at about the 15-yard line is number 12, Andrew Sandoval. And just looking around, it is a first down. Okay. I'm just making sure there isn't a penalty. 16 yards on the completion. So they fake the handoff. Two receivers to the bottom, 2 to the top. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's the snap. Labyrinth with time. Steps up and throws, completes it. Sandoval again at the 15, made his man miss. Gets the 10, makes another man miss, still fighting. And it'll be ridden out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 22. He's had some big receptions tonight. Had the 30-yard touchdown reception. And 16 and 22 on these 2 plays. And, yeah, I think the Hawks are kind of thinking the same thing that I am, that they can score a couple of times here before the end of the half, and they've only taken, about 30 seconds off the clock, haven't used the timeout. And, again, it'll be Ramirez to take the snap, direct snap, fakes toss to the right, runs straight up the middle, and gets into the end zone. It's a touchdown. And Ramirez picks up his 3rd touchdown of the night from 1 yard out. So it's 27-14 Hawks, 2:02 now here in the second quarter. We'll await the extra point try. Snap down, kick is up. And looks to be up and good again. 28-14 Centennial on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 2:02 remaining here in quarter number 2. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low interest rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Centennial kickoff will go into the end zone for a touchback, and Alamogordo will begin at their own 20-yard line. Even 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, and the Tigers will try to make something happen here before the end of the half. I think the big thing is here to get at least a first down or two to not let Centennial get the ball back again. Hawks, I think, have two of their timeouts. Tigers have all three. And we're still waiting on something here. I'm not sure why we're delayed at the moment. Am I missing something? Is there an injured player somewhere? I don't see anybody down. I don't know. I have no idea why that took so long to get the next play going there. It was a touchback, and for some reason, it's like we got a TV timeout or something going on. That was weird. All right, here comes the Tiger offense. Two receivers, lead back to the left. Shotgun formation as Best stands at his own 15. Awaiting the snap and a penalty flag, and false start on Alamogordo. So a false start on the Tigers, and Alamogordo will face 1st and 15. Not what Alamo wanted, coming right out here looking for something positive, but maybe they can break another big run. That would be, they go to the I formation, two receivers to the top. Snap and the handoff, and Sarasaris, and just as I say that, Sarasaris makes a big run as he spins across the 25, gets all the penalty yardage back, and will pick up 13 on just his second carry of the night. A lot of credit to the Tigers up front. Like I said, they're missing a couple of starters tonight, and they've made some nice holes for their running backs tonight. Tigers go back to the shotgun with two wide receivers, 1:27 to go. Here's the snap and the fake of the handoff. And throwing down the middle of the field, Arona is unable to bring it in. And it'll be 3rd down and 2 for Alamogordo. Got a defender right there with him, and might have gotten a hand on the football before it got to Arona's hands. Clock stops with 1:16 to go here in the second quarter. Tigers going back under center now. Sarasaris the deep back, Valdez the fullback. And they'll give it to Sarasaris, who will go straight up the middle. Sarasaris has got the first down and still fighting for extra yardage across the 35. Almost to the 40-yard line, and he'll take it to the 39. It's a gain of 12. And Alamogordo will use one of their timeouts here with 1:07 to go in the second quarter. And we'll take one as well. Hawks in front, 28-14, 1:07 to go here in quarter number 2. This is Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Did you know that First National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Otero County? This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Our associates are the best. Not only do they provide great customer service, but they also serve in various roles with organizations in our community. They help at schools and even raise money for scholarships at NMSUA. Does your out-of-state bank or credit union care about our community like we do? Come see our friendly and knowledgeable associates today.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Nate Best makes a nice play as he was able to work away from a few defenders and continue to extend the play and eventually found Nathaniel Sarasaris. And it's going to be a nice gain here for the Tigers down to the 40-yard line, a gain of 21, and then a penalty flag at the end of the play when Sarasaris was upended. So we'll see what that is as the officials are talking it over. Personal foul against Centennial. And one of the officials is explaining it to Coach Ocampo here. And so 15 yards added on top of it. Again, nothing up. It was kind of a big hit, but it was one at the legs. And so I'm not really sure what exactly happened there, but Ocampo seemed to be more upset with his players than with the official. And I'd have to go back and look at that one again. I'm not sure. So the Tigers will go under I with 51 seconds remaining. Still 2 timeouts, and they're at the Centennial 25. And option toss, and then a throw for Bloom, and he's got a man open, and he's got the touchdown for the Tigers. It'll be Drake DeRezzo into the end zone on the running back pass, and the Tigers, with 41 seconds remaining, make it a 1-score game. So a bit of trickeration there from Alamogordo. It was a play before. Just Best doing what he could to extend a play, and eventually ended up in a 20-yard gain. And the Tigers pull something deep out of the playbook there. That one we've seen this year is the running back throw. And Alamogordo, extra point away from making this a 1-score difference. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. It's blocked. And so the Hawks will maintain an 8-point lead. And so Alamogordo trails 28-20, 41 seconds to go here in the second quarter. You're listening to Tiger Football here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Tigers are going to kick this one out of bounds on the kickoff, and they'll give Centennial starting field position at the 35, I believe, unless Centennial wants them to re-kick it. Looks like they're just going to take the penalty yardage up to the 35-yard line and start the drive there. 28-20, Tigers use some trickeration, some great athleticism from their quarterback. We've seen a lot this year. Sarasaris had 2 big plays, and 1 catch and 1 run. And then Bloom with the touchdown pass. No, it's an illegal formation on the kickoff. PA guy needs to go over his signals. Anyway. 1st and 10 for Centennial at their own 35. Labyrinth back to pass, and he'll just dish it out to the near side, Ramirez. Ramirez will be brought down from behind. Good pursuit there and keeps inbounds. from number 50, Michael Scott. As it'll go to the 45-yard line, it's enough for a first down. 26 seconds left. 10 yards on the completion. And here is Laburn back to pass. Still looking to throw. Down the middle of the field. Got a man open at the 40. He's to the 35, to the 30, and is swung down at about the 25-yard line with 12 seconds to go. 11 seconds and timeout called by Coach Ocampo. Maybe a chance for 2 more plays here. Ball goes to the 23-yard line. As that goes as a gain of 30. Completion to Chase Sanchez, number 6. And so it'll be 1st and 10 from the Alamogordo 20. So they go from the 35 to the Alamogordo 23, I should say, in 2 plays. Tigers lost track of Sanchez there. And that little dump-off play has worked really well. It's kind of a screen, but it's, just the running back slipping out of the backfield on a wheel route and just a light toss over to him. And because of Ramirez, you put Ramirez in space, that's a tough thing to deal with. And 2 or 3 times he's gained 15, 20 yards on those completions tonight. So 1st and 10 from the Alamogordo 23. And adding a little bit of time, they're going to give Centennial 13 seconds. And 4 wide receivers here. Tigers going to do their best here to see if they can keep Centennial out of the end zone before the half. Don't forget the Hawks get the ball to begin the second half. And Alamogordo is going to use a timeout. All right, we'll do one as well. 13 seconds to go here in the second quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's Hawks 20, Hawks 28, Tigers 20. You're listening to Tiger Football.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low interest rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hawks will have a first down and 10 from the Alamogordo 23-24-yard line. 13 seconds remaining. They're up 28-20, trying to double dip here. Tigers, after they get down the field, make it a 1-score game. Hawks would love to score here, get the ball to begin the second half, and score again. That one of those things that you don't want to say put away a game early in the third quarter, but we're right here before halftime. Pretty big moment in this game. 2 receivers at the top, 2 to the bottom. Labyrinth looking to pass, standing in the pocket. And he'll throw down the middle of the field, and it is deflected away. Good defense there by the Tigers and Bryson Bloom as he got a hand on it. Still going to be enough time for at least one more play, 7 seconds remaining. Not sure how comfortable the Hawks would be with their field goal kicker and not their no rush and getting up to the line of scrimmage here. They're standing. They've got another timeout to burn here. They're letting the play clock run down here. Well, they were going to send the field goal out. They don't have enough time on the play clock to do that. So timeout going to be called. They might as well use it. It's your last one. You're probably not going to need another timeout. And so they'll come on back to their side of the field, and it would appear Centennial is going to try a field goal, which from here is probably going to be about 40 yards. Check and see where they decide to spot it at, but that would normally be where it is. Yep, bringing on the field goal kicker. That's 42, Jordan Trujillo. And the spot will be at the 40 or 30-yard line, so it is a 40-yard field goal. Try to make this a 2-score difference. Tigers trailing 28-20. As we wait the snap. Snap is good. Kick is up. And I think that's no good. It is. So no good to the wide left. And so with 3 seconds left, Alamogordo will have the ball. I would imagine it'll be a knee. And so positive there for Alamogordo. Now the question is, can they get a stop defensively or get stops, I think would be the correct term in the second half. They got one to open up the game. Since then, Centennial has scored on every drive except that one right there. I don't think Alamogordo would try anything crazy here. 3 seconds left with, 80 yards to go. You're certainly not going to go out there and do anything crazy. And, yeah, it looks like they're just going to take a knee. Apologies there, folks. Not sure when I dropped out, but the Hawks missed a field goal, and so it's 28-20 as we get ready to go to halftime. Tigers took a knee with 3 seconds left for the last play there. So, but as I was in here just talking to myself because you guys couldn't hear me, 28-20 at half. I think if you're Alamogordo, you're probably okay with that. I think some of the circumstances of the game, maybe not so much because the Tigers had some opportunities, but overall, down by a score going to the second half, you've got yourself an opportunity, and they certainly handled the end of that first half much better than, say, last week where Centennial looked like maybe they were going to be up by 3 scores going to the locker room, and now they're just up by 1 score. So overall, I think an improvement there from at least what we saw last week. All right, we got the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame or how about halftime show coming up for you next. We'll be right back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Here are a few tips on how to stay vigilant and protect yourself from fraud. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Monitor your accounts. Use strong passwords. Be skeptical of unsolicited emails and messages. Don't deposit checks received in the mail from unknown sources. Use anti-malware software and educate yourself. Stay informed about common fraud schemes and tactics used by scammers. If you suspect fraudulent activity, report it to your financial institution and the appropriate authorities immediately. Stay alert, stay safe.
Member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low intro rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 1019. And on the Richardson Motorsport, it's the Centennial Hawks 28, the Alamogordo Tigers 20. And the Tigers made a big play there at the end of the half to make it a one-score game. It had been all Centennial. It felt like after the Tigers' first drive, Alamo had been outscored 28-7 since Alamo opened the game with a touchdown. And the Tigers' two big things there came up with a stop with Centennial down at the Alamogordo 20-yard line, and they got the touchdown just prior to that. So overall, some really positive things for Alamo. But scoring has gone like this. Bryson Bloom had a 39-yard touchdown run to get the scoring going. Tigers took a little over 5 minutes off the clock on their opening drive. That was, about as perfect as it go. They converted 2 third down and longs on that drive, and so it was 7-0. Centennial would tie it up, though, after Tigers would force a 3-and-out. Punt. Tigers punted it back. Centennial would go down the field, and they would score on Ruiz Labyrinth's 30-yard touchdown pass to Andrew Sandoval. That made it 7-7 with 2:26 to go in the first. That was our score after one quarter. Hawks would go in front for the first time tonight on the Dalen Ramirez 1-yard touchdown run. That made it 14-7. Bryson Bloom on the ensuing drive, though, would take it 79 yards and pick up the touchdown again, and we were tied up at 14 with 7:33 to go. Hawks would go down the field, though. Another Dalen Ramirez touchdown run as he made it 21-14 with 4:31 to go in the second quarter. Tigers went 3-and-out, punted, gave Centennial a short field. Hawks score again with 2:02 to go in the second quarter on a Ramirez 1-yard touchdown run. But then the Tigers get the ball back. Nathaniel Saraceris picked up a first down. Then Nate Best, he probably had the ball in the backfield for a good 10 seconds running around from guys and directed traffic and eventually got it to Saraceris. He took it down to the 40. They called a personal foul on one of the Hawks players. Not sure. When I saw the play, there wasn't anything that just stood out from up here, but there was obviously something. And so down to the 25, and on the very next play, Best tossed it back to Bloom, and Bloom threw it to Durezzo, who had gotten behind the defense and caught it in the end zone right at the goal line for a touchdown, and that made it 28-20. Hawks, though, would go down the field in 2 plays. They got the ball at their own 35, took it to about midfield, and then took it all the way down to the Alamogordo 23, but 1 incompletion and then a missed field goal, and that has us where we're at 28-20. So certainly positive things. Tigers have run the ball really well tonight. I think they've actually, been able to pass the ball maybe as good as we've seen them throw it this season. Just, completing a couple of passes and, using Best's his athleticism to create some extra opportunities for themselves. Defense initially, man, they looked great to open up the game, but since then, credit to Centennial's offense. They've moved the ball really well. Ramirez has been very tough to stop all night long for the Tiger defense. Labyrinth's made some nice throws as well. Tigers were getting some pressure in the backfield initially, but since then, Labyrinth's had a lot of time to throw the football. So, there's been things like that just haven't quite worked out for the Tigers in consistently being able to get some stops. So, we'll find out if Alamo can make some adjustments in the second half and make some plays. They came out of the locker room last week and made a stop, and unfortunately, that didn't keep going for the Tigers. So tonight, we'll see if they can come out and get a stop. Centennial gets the ball to begin the second half. They lead 28-20. Second half, here about 10 minutes or so. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. Thanks for tuning in to Tiger football tonight, and we'll return with the Tigers down by 8. Stay with us.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all on subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low intro rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Halftime here with the Centennial Hawks, 28, the Alamogordo Tigers 20 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And this is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. Do you have some soccer scores for y'all? Alamogordo boys lost at home this evening, 3-1 to Las Cruces. They'll be back on the road on Tuesday at Gadsden. Next home game is next Thursday when they host Centennial. Centennial, Oregon Mountain. Yeah, I'm trying to think the order of district playing soccer. The Alamogordo girls were here in Las Cruces, lost to the Lady Dogs 10-0. And so Alamogordo back at it at home on Tuesday against Gadsden. And they're, I believe, now 5-8-1 on the season. Tigers, by the way, are 3-11 and 0-4. Both teams are 0-4 in districts. So. And then Tularosa volleyball lost tonight at Santa Teresa in 4 sets. And so the Lady Cats will be back at it next week. Let me get their schedule in front of me. I know they don't have a game this weekend. They will be at Cloudcroft next Thursday. So that's their next game for the Lady Cats. 9-5 on the season for them now. And I think that's all we have for area team action tonight outside of the game that we're talking about here in Las Cruces, the Field of Dreams. Again, we're at halftime, 28-20. Centennial is in front of Alamogordo. And I wanted to see if we had any scores from any of the other games going on. There's not a bunch of games that are happening across the state of New Mexico. Let's check Max Preps and see if anybody. Looks like Hot Springs up on Socorro, 14-0. Volcano Vista is leading Piedra Vista 21-7. And those are all the ones I've got. Just on the other side of the city here in Las Cruces, I think it's NMSU 10, Sam Houston State 3. So a couple of football games happening here in the area. All right, the band performance is done. Both teams should be making their way out of the locker room. Hey, we're going to hear from our Tiger athlete of the week Normally we wait till Friday to do that since we've got a Thursday game played at halftime. Jackson Byers is our Tiger Athlete of the Week from Tiger Soccer. So we'll hear his interview, and we'll return coming up here in just a little while. The Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. 28-20 Centennial in front of Alamogordo. Second half is on the way, so stay with us.
This is your Alamo Sports Tiger Athlete of the Week Spotlight, brought to you by the Winter Circle and Tularosa Communications. This week's athlete is Jackson Byers of Tiger Soccer. So, we're about halfway through the season now. How do you feel like you've played so far this year? Are you happy with your sophomore season?
Yeah, I'm happy with my season. Feel like I'm doing good. I've been putting on stats on the board for my career.
Yeah. What are some things like maybe going into the season you wanted to improve on, get better at in your game, and you feel like maybe you've made those strides this year?
I've wanted to improve on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I just want to take it to the next level. I want to do better. I want to go to college for this sport. I'm just working on what I need to work on and just doing my thing.
Okay, very good. And, I know the team's been working hard and trying to improve. And, we've obviously seen you guys grab a few wins this year. How does it feel like the team is working at this point in the year?
It's going good. It's going pretty good.
Okay.
There is some points we could improve, but otherwise, yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. How'd you get into soccer? What age did you start playing?
I started playing at the age of 3, but I played baseball and soccer, but baseball wasn't really my thing, so I started soccer, and I've been playing ever since.
What is it about soccer that you like? You've been playing it for, 12 years now or something like that. What do you love about it?
I just love the sport. I love that I get to use my feet. I'm not really a big arm person. And, yeah, I like watching European football. That's what got me into it, because my family.
Okay, cool. And so I'm sure your parents got you into soccer and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so who's your favorite European club?
Right now, I'd have to say Paris Saint-Germain, PSG.
Oh, okay. PSG, all right, very good. So you talked about sports, soccer's a sport that you're hoping to continue after high school if you get the chance?
Yeah.
You started thinking about after high school plans outside of sports, like you want to go to college?
Yeah, I was planning on going either a trade school. If soccer doesn't work out for me, I'll go to trade school.
Okay. Do you know what kind of trade you want to get into? Or
welding.
Not sure? Welding?
Yeah, I want to do welding.
Okay. Have you done any of that yet to this point?
Yeah, I'm taking welding this year. I'm doing pretty good already. So.
All right, very cool. We going to see in any other sports this year or just soccer?
Probably just soccer.
Okay. Somebody talking to like powerlifting or track and field or anything like that? Yeah, okay. Those seem to be the sports that everybody else kind of might think about doing. So, you guys have a few games left here before the end of the season. What are y'all trying to focus on in terms of, improving and getting things better for you guys? Grab a few wins here before the end of the season.
Mostly we're just trying to focus on chemistry, working between each other so we can just pick off some goals, easy goals that other teams won't expect.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have scored a lot of goals this year, that's for sure. So there's definitely been some positives on that end of the thing. All right. Well, we'll look forward to it. Tigers are back at home next Thursday, so look forward to seeing them out at Reinersteinhof Soccerplex in Jackson. Congratulations on being Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is Emily from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low interest rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR for 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Las Cruces. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Charles Winnick here with you. Tigers trailing 28-20 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. They kick off here to begin the second half. Moreno is going to try an onside kick, and it goes right to the Centennial up man. He falls on it, and Centennial will get it at the 50. So, I like that try. I feel like you give yourself maybe an opportunity, and, the field start position at the 50, I don't think that makes that big of a difference in all fairness. So I like the surprise there. However, I think Centennial, I'm sure that the special teams coaches were very much telling their players of, hey, be on the lookout for this kind of thing tonight. So, all right, so 1st and 10 from right at the 50-yard line between the hashes. Two receivers to the top, and Labyrin will give it on the inside toss, and I think that is Sandoval. I'll tell you here in a second. It is. So Andrew Sandoval gets the carry there, or I don't know, I guess that's technically a pass. I'm not going to debate that among myself again here, but it's 8 yards is all that really matters. 2nd down and 2. Ball's in the near hash at the Alamogordo 42 now. Trips to the top and 1 to the bottom. And the Tigers are going to jump off sides. Alamo was trying to bring the blitz right up the middle and came across. And so it'll be a 5-yard penalty on the Tigers. Tried to time the snap, but did not happen. Had many, many penalty yards tonight. I kind of lost track and didn't keep my adding up this evening, but Tigers have got over 50 yards worth of penalties in that first half and adding on to it there, and I think Centennial had about the same. We've had many penalties this evening. Personal fouls, face masks. We had the wide variety. Horse collar, holding, false start, offsides. Pretty much done it all. Fake of the toss by Ramirez on the Wildcat snap. We've got a penalty flag down. You guys are shocked by that. Ends up being a run to the 31-yard line. I think it's going to be a hold on Centennial. I will say there is one official tonight that has been calling the majority of the penalties. Now, it may just be happening that most of the penalties are where he can see them, or you can take that for what you will, And listen, it's this, if he's calling it consistent throughout the game, then that's all that matters. So. 2 receivers to the bottom, 2 to the top. Running back to the left of Labyrin is back in at quarterback. Sandoval goes in motion from the near side to the far side. And Labyrin looking to throw, gets it away, and completes to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, using his speed to the 20, to the 15, and finally brought down. That was a heck of a run. Chase Sanchez showing off his athleticism. Kind of sat down in where the zone was at, and when he got just a little bit of space, started running away from defenders, and that's a 31-yard completion, his 3rd catch of the night. Centennial will have 1st and goal from the Alamogordo 6. That ball was completed at about the 31-ish yard line. Here's a snap, and the fake toss again, Ramirez. Done the same thing every time, and this time he is not going to find the end zone, going to get to about the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, but it's been pretty much the same fake toss, and then run off the left side, which means at some point he is going to toss that. That's you get the defense to believe you're never going to toss the football and you'll over pursue, but they'll bring in the quarterback Labrin again. That was a direct snap to Ramirez. 2 receivers to the top. 10:04 to go, third quarter. Centennial 28, Alamogordo 20. Labrin takes the snap, gives to Ramirez, straight up the middle. I don't think he's going to get it. Did the ball come out? And the Tigers have got it. Ball came out, and Alamogordo recovers in the end zone. Touchback Tigers. What a huge, huge play. Couldn't see anything from up here, but you could certainly tell there was a little bit of a scramble. And Tigers pointing the other direction. Now, times none of that, nothing actually happened, but ball got punched out at some point there, and the Tigers recover, and so Centennial about to go back up by 2 scores, loses the football, and Alamogordo, if they can go down the field here and get a 2-point conversion, have a chance to tie up this game. That's one of those why, even though you're down at your own goal line, never give up on a play. Anything can happen. And the Tigers are going to go 4 wide receivers here to start. With Bloom in the backfields. Play clock is having issues on the far side. Here's the snap and speed option with Best. Going to run up the middle, but hey, it's another penalty flag. And waiting to see what the call will be here. And it is a hold. So holding on Alamogordo and take it back 10 yards. Play clock seemed to have been fixed. And it's the hey, it's the same official calling the throwing that flag again. Again, he's being consistent. Nothing egregious that I can see from up here. These guys have a much better look at it down on the field. So 2 receivers to the top. I formation now for Alamogordo on a 1st and 20. Handoff and a straight up the middle run by Bloom, and he gets across the line of scrimmage, maybe finds his way to the 13 or 14. Bloom's had a great night, 2 touchdown runs and a touchdown pass tonight. And so it'll be 2nd down and 16. Clock rolling here with under 9 minutes to go. So the Tigers get a stop, not maybe the way that they were thinking, but they get the fumble. Tigers lining it up, and receivers need to hurry up and get out of their position with 9 on the play clock. Now they put a man in motion, and they will not give it to him. Best will keep it and try to go to the left side, and nothing there. Maybe lost a yard. I will say it's one thing that Centennial has done stellar tonight is not let Nate Best run the football. He's got 15 yards rushing tonight. Now, he's made some plays in the passing game and extended some things here, and see if Tigers can convert another 3rd and long. They're going to stay in the I formation, though. So generally they don't pass out of this, but they have had some success with that. But I would think play action. No, they're just going to hand it off. Take the left side. Oh, almost. I thought Bloom was going to sneak out of there, but gets across the 15 up to the 17-yard line. And I guess the Tigers just kind of taking their medicine there and not doing anything too crazy to try to pick up the 1st down. After the hold hurts them on this possession, but they did get the stop, but unfortunately Centennial is able to answer right back, and Centennial, they're lining up like they want to get in there and get a block. Are the Tigers missing a guy? They're bringing one guy on late here. looks like they've got everybody they need. Still enough time on the play clock. Now they're moving around. And they will get the kick off. It's line drive and wobbling. Ramirez has got it at the back at about the 45-yard line. And he will be met by multiple Tiger players as he gets across that mark. Jesse Giez with the stop. And so the Tigers defense will head back out on the field after the 3-and-out from the offense. Credit to Centennial's defense. They've certainly gotten the better of the game tonight. Made some stops when they needed to. Tigers, that opening drive, the missed field goal at the end of the half, and then that fumble have been their stops of the Centennial defense. Two receivers at the bottom. And here's the snap and the handoff. Ramirez coming to the near side. Turns upfield to 45 and is brought down near the 40 as he is drugged down by Bloom. Bryson came up something, maybe thought he was being held or something there, but having a discussion with the official on the near side. Official actually went out and on the field and talked to him again there for a second. Second down and 2 here. 6:18 to go in the third quarter. Hawks up by 8. Here's the snap. And again, Ramirez will get up the near side to the 40 and breaks one tackle and then is brought down from behind. And the tackle made by Sarah Saris and Xavier Garnan Canelo. And it'll be another first down for the Hawks as they take it to the 31-yard line. 15th and 16th carries there. For Ramirez, as he's over 100 yards rushing, his 3 rushing touchdowns tonight. 4 wide receivers here, and Labyrinth looking to throw. He pump fakes, and then is going to go deep down the middle of the field, and that was close. Had both his receiver and coming across, I thought maybe he had a better angle on it, was Yadiel Torado. And it falls incomplete at the goal line. Torado played that pretty well from his safety position. There wasn't much of a window. And so it'll be second down and 10 here. 5:35 to go third quarter. Hawks 28, Tigers 20 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Second drive of the half for Centennial. First one ended in a fumble at the goal line. Trips to the top, one to the bottom. Running back to the left of Labyrinth as he waits in the shotgun. At the Tiger 31-yard line here. They'll bring the lead back in. And actually, it's Ramirez on the direct snap. Fakes the toss to the right, runs to the left. And Ramirez will be swung down as he gets across the 25-yard line and ends up about a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1, 9 yards on the carry. Well, that play's been there most of the night, 9-10 yards or so, it feels like almost every time. The Centennial offensive line just creates a good seal, and Tigers unable to keep them from going off. It's been off the near side a lot. Ramirez gets it. This time he'll go up the middle. He's got the first down across the 20, and we'll take it down to about the Tigers' 16-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6. And first down again, 17-yard line, so gain of 5. But it'll be first down and 10 for the Hawks. Ramirez, I think, closing in on 1,000 yards rushing for the season. I believe, 860 coming into this game? Is that what I said? I have to go back and look on it, but this is game 6 for the Hawks and 1,000 yards rushing. Rolling to his right is Labyrinth off of the shotgun snap, still looking, now still running backwards, and he's just going to toss that one away out of bounds over on the far sideline. That was a smart play from the quarterback there. Was trying to extend the play for his receivers. Tigers defense able to get some good coverage, and it'll be a first and 10 or second and 10 here for Centennial at the 17-yard line. 4:10 remaining in the third. Tigers down by 8. Hawks have had the majority of the possession here in the second half. Tigers a 3-and-out. Hawks had it at the goal line, fumbled it, and now have worked their way inside the Alamogordo 20. Labyrin tosses a little inside toss to the receiver again, and getting away from everybody and working their way to the end zone for the touchdown is Andrew Sandoval as he scores from 17 yards out. They've run that play, I'd say, 4 or 5 times tonight. Is there a penalty flag? I think we might be coming back. I don't see one on the field. But, yeah, we've had a lot of those tonight. I'm still looking for it. I don't see the flag. But it seems like they're bringing it back. They're going to count the touchdown. Personal foul against Alamogordo. Personal foul against Centennial, so I think it went both ways. And those offset. Again, nothing from up here that really stood out. It felt like it's been a little chippy from up here, but again, I'm so far away. Usually that has more to do with talk than it does anything noticeable. But I mean, it feels like there's been a little bit extra after the plays a few times, and just kind of on that thin edge of getting some unsportsmanlike penalties on both sides. Extra point is up and good, and so the Hawks take that 2-score lead. 4:03 to go here in the third quarter. 35-20, they're in front on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll take a break and return to the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Did you know that First National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Otero County? This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Our associates are the best. Not only do they provide great customer service, but they also serve in various roles with organizations in our community. They help at schools and even raise money for scholarships at NMSUA. Does your out-of-state bank or credit union care about our community like we do? Come see our friendly and knowledgeable associates today.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. 35-20, Centennial leads, 4:03 to go in the third quarter. So it was a personal foul penalty, not offsetting. It was just on Centennial, so they're kicking off from their own 20-yard line. Or I guess it would have been the 25. Then they, I think, came across the line and picked up another 5-yard penalty on the kickoff. So the Tigers should have really good starting field position here. And have a chance to bring this back down to a one-score game. Still a ton of time left in this one. 4:03 to go in quarter number 3. So the Hawks will Kick it off from their own 20. Tigers returners are back at their 30-yard line. Line drive kick. And it's Saraceris at the 40 to the 50. Saraceris up the middle 40. Still on his feet up the far sideline to the 30. Turning on the Jets. Saraceris is going to take it all the way for the Tiger touchdown. 60-yard kickoff return touchdown for Alamogordo. And the Tigers, just like that, bring it back down to a one-score game. Well, let me rephrase that, because they need to make at least the extra point here, or if they're going to go for two. I'm not sure which one. If they miss the extra point, then it is a two-score game. So big extra point here for the Tigers, but the no doubt the penalties there, the 15-yarder after you score the touchdown, and then the 5-yard penalty. And Saraceris makes another great play. Bowman the holder. Moreno the kicker for the Tigers. Had their last one blocked. Here's the snap, and blocked again. Now, they're having a hard time on that left side of the offensive line for the Tigers. And so they're going to need two-point conversions here going forward. So down 35-26 are the Tigers. 3:51 to go in the third quarter on the Rich Simoner scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As the Hawks will get the ball at the 30-yard line or so. The kickoff was angled nicely to the near sideline. They had to return it. And Centennial will start at the 27-yard line, as a matter of fact. 35-26, Centennial leads Alamogordo. Tigers answer right back, but unfortunately find themselves behind by 2 scores now, down by 9 because of a second consecutive extra point being blocked. Still a long way to go in this game, though. 3 wide receivers to the far side. As Labrin will hand it off Ramirez. He comes to the near side, and he is going to be held up. One of the Tigers got his hands on his jersey on his left shoulder pad, slowed him down, and was able to break the tackle, but it slowed him down enough where the Tiger teammates got to him and bring him down at the 36-yard line. And so it'll be a gain of 9. Tiger defense, I'm sure, probably wanted a little bit of a rest, but didn't get it because of the kickoff return. Trips to the bottom. They've been on the field the majority of this quarter. Here's a fake toss by Ramirez on the direct snap, runs straight up the middle and gets across the 40. Is brought down at about the 43-yard line. And he's got the first down. It's a gain of 4. 140-plus yards rushing for him tonight. And he's up to 20 carries now. Ball between the hashes. 1st and 10 for Centennial at their own 43. They're going right to left in this third quarter. 2:43 remaining. Centennial 35, Alamogordo 26. Trips to the bottom. And here's the snap, and Labrin will throw the pump fake and then throw the football. And he's got his man at the 45 of Alamogordo. He runs up the numbers at the 40 and is brought down at the 37-yard line. So he faked it, the bubble screen, and so then you think he's going deep, but one of the wide receivers just kind of sat down in the middle between the guys following the deep runner and the bubble screen and just fed it right into the pocket where the Tigers defenders were not. It's a gain of 19 on the completion. And that was number 4, Cole Alons, on the reception. And a handoff Ramirez, and not a lot there. We've got a penalty flag coming in as Ramirez is brought down after a minimal gain. And let's see who this one is on. It is holding on Centennial. Lots of holding penalties tonight on both sides. It's one of those you can't say one team has benefited or, had things go against them more tonight. It's been pretty equitable on the penalty flags tonight. 35-26, 2:02 to go in the third. Two receivers at the bottom, 2 to the top. Ball's in the near hash. They'll put Sandoval in motion. And Labyrinth will drop back to pass. Stands in the pocket, throws to the near sideline, completes it. And he'll find Allens again. And he is still fighting and eventually will be brought out of bounds. Takes it to the 36-yard line of Alamogordo. So they get the penalty yardage back plus 1. It's 11-yard completion. It'll be 2nd down and 9 and stops the clock. Well, no, they're going to let it run. So they gave him forward progress. 2nd down and 9. Scoreboard says, well, said 2nd and 31, 2nd and 11. I believe we're 2nd and 9. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Snap, and Allen's back to pass. Not much pressure. Now going to roll out to the near side and going to run it out of bounds as he's ushered that way by Giez and Scott. And not a bunch there. He's going to get to the 34, so gain of 2. Or do we have another? No, we don't have another flag. Okay. Just a gain of 1, actually, to the 35. So 3rd down and 8 for this Hawks offense. Trips to the top, 1 receiver to the bottom. Labyrinth, the quarterback. Ramirez to the left of him. Tigers with 4 men at the line of scrimmage. Labyrinth looking to throw. 4-man rush doesn't get there. Here's the throw, and it's going to be a little bit low, trying to dive down and get it. Receiver can't hold on at the 20 as he was looking for number 6, Chase Sanchez. And it'll be 4th down and 8. Kind of an in-between area here. I think Centennial's going for it. As the Tigers look to get off the field here on 4th and 8 with 59 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, down 35-26. Trips to the top. And 6 on the line. Ramirez to the right of Labyrinth. He will roll out to his right. And he will throw, and he will complete it. Gets it to his man, who was able to get a nice sideline pattern. Chase Sanchez will make the catch at the 23. Tigers were playing man-to-man on the outside, and Sanchez able to get away from his defender, and it's 12 yards, and it's a 1st down. 4th catch of the night for him. And 1st and 10 at the Alamogordo 23. So big opportunity there for the Tiger defense, unable to get the stop. And Centennial keeps this drive going. Ball's on the far hash with the handoff going to Ramirez. He goes straight up the middle to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, fighting for the end zone. He's got it. It's a touchdown for Centennial. Ramirez takes it from 23 yards. Was very patient in the backfield and then hit the hole. And once he got down to the 5, he carried a couple of Tiger defenders with him into the end zone. And it's now 41-26 Centennial. So a big 4th down conversion. And then on the next play, it's a touchdown. Extra point is through the uprights and good. 42-26, Hawks in front, 43 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Football here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low intro rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hawks kickoff is high in the air and carries Bowman back to about the goal line. He'll return it to the 10, to the 15-yard line, and going forward to about the 20, and that's where he'll be stopped maybe a yard or so shy. 35 seconds to go, third quarter. Centennial 42, Alamogordo 26. Hawks with couple of touchdown runs here in this second half. Tigers with a kickoff return for a touchdown. And if they can go touchdown, 2-point conversion here, can bring it back down to a one-score game. And they'll go shotgun formation with two receivers to the near side. Put a man in motion. And faking the handoff by Best. Best trying to go up the middle. Like I said, there has been almost nothing there for him tonight. And so he'll pick up 1 yard. Well, trying to give him the opportunity. I mean, figure, what did he have? 300, and he broke the school record a couple weeks ago against Oregon Mountain, ran the ball for over 100 yards last week. And unfortunately, those lanes just have not been there. And I think the Tigers are going to take it to the fourth quarter. Indeed, they will. So it's 42-26 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Fourth quarter begins. We'll switch sides. And we'll return here to the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Here are a few tips on how to stay vigilant and protect yourself from fraud. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Monitor your accounts. Use strong passwords. Be skeptical of unsolicited emails and messages. Don't deposit checks received in the mail from unknown sources. Use anti-malware software and educate yourself. Stay informed about common fraud schemes and tactics used by scammers. If you suspect fraudulent activity, report it to your financial institution and the appropriate authorities immediately. Stay alert, stay safe.
Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Second and 9 for the Tigers, going right to left now here from their own 20-yard line. And handoff goes to the up back for the Tigers, which I believe is Valdez, and not a bunch there, as they'll take it forward to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 2, and it'll be third down for the Tigers. (42-26), Centennial in front. Tigers took a 7-0 lead. Centennial, I think, got ahead 21-7. It was 21-14. Kind of bounced around since that. Toss play to the right for Bloom. Bloom can find his way to that first down marker, bounces off one defender and finds his way to the sideline, still fighting hard. And it looks like he's going to get to about the 40-yard line. He's got the first down for Alamogordo. They'll mark him out at the 38. It's a gain of 15. It's been a great night for Bryson Bloom, 158 yards rushing. He's also got a touchdown pass to go along with 2 rushing touchdowns. Sarah has the other touchdown for the Tigers on that kickoff return. First and 10, Alamogordo at their own 38-yard line. One receiver to the top, one to the bottom. High formation now for Alamogordo. 9 on the play clock, still plenty of time. As Best gets sent on under center now. And one of the Tigers jumps off. Looks like the tight end on the far side. I'm guessing Nate was hard counting, and Tigers jump off. So it'll be first and 15 now for the Tigers. .41 to go, fourth quarter. Tigers down by 16. Here's the snap. And the handoff goes the right side. Bloom. Bloom breaks through the first line of defense and fights his way across the 40 and gets to the 43-yard line. So a good burst there as he carries it to the 43-yard line and picks up 10. So got back the penalty yardage and will make it a 2nd down and 5. So it's been more of the kind of the traditional running game for the Tigers tonight, using the running back, whereas it's been kind of a mix of running back and quarterback for the Tigers running the football this season. And Best is going to keep it. He pulls it out from the gut of Valdez on the option. Far line judge has him to the 46-yard line. That's a generous spot. He maybe got to the 45. Gain of 3. And it'll be 3rd down and 2 here for the Tigers. But after falling behind to 1st and 15. One receiver to the bottom, one to the top, back to the eye. They'll give it to Bloom from the deep back spot. He'll go straight ahead. Looks like he's got the first down as he fights forward to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and he does indeed move the chains on his 13th carry of the night. 1st and 10, Alamogordo. 9:10 to go in the fourth quarter. So still a 2-score game. It was 2 scores at a 9. It's 2 scores here at 16. Obviously, the Tigers going to need the touchdown and 2 points. And then the big thing, if they score on this drive, is can they get a stop when they need it? Trips to the bottom, one at the top. The running back to the left, they'll bring him out, and they will throw it to Bloom. Bloom's going to throw it deep again, and he's going to try to get it to Arona, but it's off the mark. Tigers did the the throw into the ground, the one hop, to try and get the defense into thinking that it was an incomplete pass. I think somebody out there thought that it was a forward pass initially. I don't think it was. I thought he threw it backwards, but Tigers bringing one extra guy out here. Trips the bottom and one to the top. Here's the snap. And the quick throw will go to Durezzo. Durezzo at the 50, to the 45, to the 40-yard line, and the Tigers will have a first down on the 2nd down bubble screen throw. Goes to the 39-yard line on the Centennial side of the field. That's a gain of 12. Second catch of the night for Durezzo. He's got the touchdown reception earlier. And should have thrown his name in there with the scoring tonight for the Tigers. He obviously caught the touchdown from Bloom. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. And Alamogordo is going to use a timeout. And I don't think Coach Cisco wanted to do that. But got to have the points here, so make sure that everything is correct for the next play. 7:54 to go in the fourth quarter, 42-26. Centennial is in front, and we will return here to the Field of Dreams. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Best will take the snap and just run straight ahead as he crosses the 35-yard line. That's probably, outside of the scramble that he did, just the design run, that was probably the best that he's had tonight. As the Tigers will get a second down and about 4 here as they go to the 34-yard line, gain of 5, so called second down and 5. But a lot of credit to the Centennial defense. They've slowed down the quarterback run game tonight for the Tigers. 7:22 to go, fourth quarter. Tigers down by 16 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 4 wide receivers for Alamogordo. As the snap and the handoff goes up the middle. And looked like Best had to come out of the game. Saris running straight ahead, and he's eventually brought back, but not before forward progress. Took him to the 30. And that'll be enough to make it 3rd and 1 here. So I think Nate may have had his helmet come off. That's why he had to come out of the game. Daniel Silva took the snap on that play. And so it'll be 3rd and 1 from the Centennial 30-yard line. Best takes the snap, gives to Saris. Saris will get across the 30-yard line into the 28, and that'll be enough for a first down. As he needed the 29, it's a gain of 2, and the Tigers will move the chains. So 1st and 10, Tigers line it up quickly. 2 receivers to each side, balls in the near hash, going right to left. Here's the snap. Best will hand it off. Saris straight up the middle, and not much there, just a gain of 2. And it'll be second down and 8. 6 minutes to go here in the ball game. And this drive has taken up a lot of time. Tigers obviously have got to have not just 7, they've got to have 8 here. So the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to make it a 1-score difference. Here's the snap. Best will throw it out to the far side, and a really nice tackle as they tried the bubble screen. And the catch was made by Yadiel Torrado, but he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Loss of about 2 back to the 28-yard line. So it's 3rd and 10. Or wait, are they going to call that an incomplete pass? So I just looked up to see the official. Maybe it was a waved off or a declined penalty by Centennial. Yeah, I'm not really sure what exactly. I was looking down. Didn't seem like there was anything that was going on. I think the officials are still talking things over. I mean, if it was a penalty, Alamogordo wouldn't decline it. That's what the PA guy said. So it had to be something on Alamogordo because we're to 3rd and 10. The Tigers are definitely taking the penalty there, so that's my bad. I thought the play was over, and we kind of got into a lull there. We haven't had a lot of penalties since. Had a lot over the first good portion of this game. Snaps a little bit low. Best is able to get it. Standing in the pocket, still backing up, and throws and goes the end zone. Did he make the grab? I believe he did. Is that Arona? Yes! Touchdown, Tigers! What a grab. Off balance, 26-yard touchdown pass. Best. Give the credit to the offensive line as well. They provided a nice pocket for Best as he was able to stand in there and make the throw. And a 2-point conversion away from making this a 1-score difference. What a grab for Keaton Arona. That young man, he got hurt right before the beginning of last season and couldn't play. And this year has made some really nice grabs for the Tigers out of that wide receiver position. So here we go, a big 2-point conversion with the Tigers down by 10, 5:29 to go in the fourth. And Best takes the snap. He's running to his right, trying to find a lane, fighting for the goal line. No signal yet. Push back. The official says he did not get across. And so the Tigers will still be down by 2 scores here with 5:29 to go in the fourth quarter. We're down by 10. So you got to probably think an onside kick here for Alamogordo, but we'll find out next. 5:29 to go in the game. Tigers trail the Centennial Hawks. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low intro rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR for 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Alamogordo Tigers trail 42-32, 5:29 to go here in the fourth quarter. Certainly looks like Tigers are going to try for the onside kick. They have 2 timeouts remaining, down by 2 scores with this little amount of time remaining. As Moreno lines it up and see if the Tigers can make it happen here. They bounce it around on the ground. It's going to be grabbed by one of the Centennial players, it looks like, at the 50-yard line. And so Centennial recovers. That was a pretty decent try by Moreno. And it looks like Joseph Bitar was the man who came up with that. So it'll be Centennial football at the 50-yard line, or at the 49, it looks like. And so now the clock is Alamogordo's enemy. Got the touchdown and now really need a 3-and-out here is what they really need. Trips to the near side. Centennials run the ball really well tonight, so they really don't have to do anything. Fake of the toss as Ramirez will run to the near side. He is to the 45 and then is eventually brought down by Bloom as he'll go to the 43-yard line. So it was Labyrinth and Ramirez in the backfield, but Ramirez took the direct snap and that's it at the Alamogordo 43, gain of 8. 22 carries for him tonight. Trips to the top. Labyrinth's walking towards the sideline. bringing one of the Centennial offensive linemen out. I think maybe blood or something. I'm not sure. They reset the play clock. That's not great for Alamogordo. I think that's what somebody on the Alamogordo sideline is probably saying is, like, wait a second, you're going to give them an extra 25 seconds. And so the far line official comes all the way out to the white hat. I mean, it was an official timeout. And so they'll start the play clock. Doesn't look like they start the game clock. Okay. So trips to the top. Here comes the handoff. Ramirez is going to be spun down in the backfield. Tanner Novacek able to get back in there and bring him down. That's a big play there for the Tigers as it brings Ramirez down at the 46. It's a loss of 3. The question would be, how aggressive would Centennial be if they don't pick up the 3rd down with 4 minutes remaining? Tigers have 2 timeouts. Hawks have all 3. As Labyrin going to pump fake. And he's looking to throw, and he is going to complete it to his receiver over at the far sideline. And what a nice tackle. Just holding on to him was Bloom. And I guess the other question is, did he get out of bounds? No, he did not. So the Hawks do not get the 1st down. It's a gain of 3. I mean, I think if you're Centennial, you I don't know, a punt maybe doesn't make that big of a difference here, and you probably feel pretty confident to pick up a 4th and 2, or you're hard counting here. So the Tigers' defensive line has got to be very aware of the hard count, especially with this much time left on the play clock. So there is a hard count, and Labyrin will take a couple of steps towards the near sideline, then reset. 10 on the play clock. They do take the snap. Ramirez gets it, and he's got the 1st down easily to the 40, and he'll be drugged down at about the 35-yard line or just past it, but the Hawks do move the chains on 4th and 2. So the Tigers, 2nd time tonight, they've had a chance to get off the field on 4th down and unable to do so. So 1st and 10 for Centennial at the Alamogordo 33, 2:45 to go. The clock runs. Tigers certainly have to start using their timeouts now, but I think honestly it's going to be really difficult outside of Centennial coughing the ball up here. Down by 2 scores with that little time left. Here's the snap. Ramirez on the direct snap, fakes the toss to his left, keeps it himself, and runs across the 30. Again, Bryson Bloom in on the tackle at about the 24-yard line. That's a gain of 9. So just shy of a 1st down. And the Tigers still have not used their timeouts, but they would really need a loss of yardage here on this 2nd down to probably use that. Second and 1 with 1 receiver to the top and 1 to the bottom. Lead back off to the right, or to the near side. And Labyrin will hand it off Ramirez. He almost got tripped up in the backfield, but he's got the 1st down. I think he got the 1st down. Well, they marked him just after I thought he picked up more than what he did there. But it is a 1st down as they get to the 23. 1:16 remaining, and yeah, I think that is going to be about it. The Tigers not using their timeouts. Well, heck of an effort tonight from the Tigers. Looks like they're going to come up just a bit short. That chance on the 4th down to get off the field. And then a run straight ahead, and that was more than what was needed there for the Tigers. Ramirez slid down and took a knee, and then Sarah him. I think the problem is there for Saracens is nobody blew the whistle. And I think that's a little bit of a problem there for Saracens. Saracens now running towards the far sideline. They didn't throw him out, did they? I hope that wasn't. I didn't see the point is where that was an ejection there. It wasn't an overly big hit or anything. He just kind of, I think there's a little bit of confusion there as he took the knee, and a little confusing on why Centennial didn't just take a knee in victory formation there. I think that's kind of what led to a little bit of confusion. Well, Alamogordo certainly have their chances tonight against Centennial. It'll just be one snap here, and then the Hawks will be able to secure the victory. 42-32, they will defeat the Alamogordo Tigers on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll come back and wrap it up on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. The Tigers now 4-3, 1-2 in district, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low intro rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Welcome to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, the Tigers fall to the Centennial Hawks 42-32. Probably the most competitive game I've seen Alamo play against Centennial, certainly since Alamogordo has come into this district, which I think is the only time Alamo has played Centennial. But, Alamo have their chances to win this football game tonight. And, a few stops here or there. A few conversions here or there. The Centennial, I think, had the better of it defensively, but, the Tigers got, I think, a little something from every aspect of their team. They scored a touchdown on special teams. The offense moved the ball well again tonight. Just needed one or two more stops defensively, and there were 2 4th downs that they weren't able to get off the field on in the second half that are going to loom pretty large when we look back at this game. But Bryson Bloom with a fantastic effort offensively and defensively. I don't know how many times I called his name for tackles tonight, but he was out there a bunch, and then he rushes for 171 yards, 2 touchdowns. He throws for 1 to Keaton Arona. Had himself a spectacular game tonight. I thought Nathaniel Saraceris as well. He had the kickoff return for a touchdown, made a big reception, had some good runs for the Tigers tonight. Again, defensively, he made some big plays for Alamogordo this evening and did some really positive things for Alamogordo. And I know I named a number of guys on defense. There was like Jesse Giez or Michael Scotts or probably 2 or 3 others I could mention. The Tigers forced a fumble at the goal line. Looked like that might be a big turning point. It was still a 1-score game at that intersection, but Tigers ended up going 3 and out after that, so it didn't quite pan out the way that they would have hoped. But to make it a 1-score game going into the locker room, and just did a lot of really positive things. Just unfortunately not quite enough to get out of here with the victory. So again, 42-32. Your final score was Centennial getting the win over Alamogordo. Getting the touchdowns for the Tigers. Bryson Bloom, a couple of touchdown runs and a touchdown pass to Keaton Arona. Nathaniel Saraceris with the that was Drake DeRezzo that caught that first one. I apologize. Drake DeRezzo caught the one from Bloom. Keaton Arona caught the touchdown pass from Nate Best that made it a 10-point game. Tigers couldn't convert that 2-point conversion, unfortunately. Kind of the end of it there. Down by 2 scores. Tigers really needed that. But, again, they had a 4th down opportunity to get off the field and couldn't quite make it happen, unfortunately. So big scores tonight for the Tigers. And, again, a lot of positive things, but just not quite enough to get out of here with a win. Big kudos to the Tigers, coming off a short week on a team that's coming off a bye week. And, they were in this game from the start and played really, really well. So, Centennial's been one of the best teams in the state pretty much every year for the last, forever years, it feels like. Says a lot about where this Tiger football program is right now. Next week is huge, though, as they're home against Carlsbad, and we know 2 of these final 3 games really will decide whether Alamogordo is headed to the postseason or not, with, of course, Las Cruces sandwiched in there as well. All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and wrap this one up from the Field of Dreams. 42-32 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. As the Hawks defeat the Tigers, we'll return to the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces after this.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is Emily from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Take advantage of OSU's Visa Platinum credit card for those extra school expenses. It offers a low intro rate of 2.99% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. OSU now offers buy now, pay later installment payments, and tap to pay convenience. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles. Based on credit worthiness, all loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
The Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show as the Alamogordo Tigers fall to Centennial. 42-32 is the final. And a couple other scores from around the state. 35-7, Volcano Vista beat Piedra Vista. It looks like Hot Springs is going to beat Socorro. They were up 34-0. Looks like Valley Capital, a close one, 7-3. That one's shown in the fourth quarter on Max Preps. Again, other scores for our area teams tonight. Soccer, Alamogordo boys lost 3-1 to Cruces at home. They'll be at Gadsden on Tuesday. Lady Tigers lost 10-0 here in Cruces to the Lady Bulldogs, and so they'll be back at home against Gadsden on Tuesday. Tularosa Volleyball lost a 4-setter to Santa Teresa tonight, and they'll play Cloudcroft next Thursday in their next match. Tomorrow night for football, you've got Mescalero Apache at Lordsburg, and Cloudcroft is at... I knew I wasn't going to have that right off the top of my head. Is it Cuesta tomorrow? Yeah, I knew I needed those things right in front of me. I was going to mess it up. Escalante, my bad. Cuesta's next week. So they'll play Escalante next week. And I don't think there's anything else going on tomorrow. Alma Volleyball's at home against Deming on Saturday. Cloudcroft Cross Country's in Socorro on Friday. And then you've got Alamogordo Cross Country over here in Las Cruces against Mayfield, or I should say at the Mayfield meet. And Mescalero Apache's up in Santa Fe for their next meet on Saturday. So best of luck to all those teams. We'll be on the roundup tomorrow from 2 to 3. You can also tune in to the KRSY Football Roundtable tomorrow from 11 to 12. And we'll be talking more sports and I'm sure tonight's game and all kinds of things. So that'll do it for our broadcast. As always, thanks to all of our sponsors, Otero Federal Credit Union, Ryan Richardson Motor Company, First National Bank, the Winter Circle, and Ochoa Stucco. Final score is Centennial 42, Alamogordo 32. Thanks so much for tuning in. Our next Tiger Sports broadcast is next Friday, October 10th, Alamogordo hosting Carlsbad. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk.
There are no roadblocks on Highway 70, Highway 54, or Highway 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Thursday night's forecast, mostly clear, low of 61 in Alamogordo. For Cloudcroft, the mountain areas, mostly clear and a low of 44. For Friday, sunny skies and a high of 85 in Alamogordo, 61 and mostly clear, maybe a little breezy. For Cloudcroft, the mountain areas, sunny skies and a high of 65, mostly clear and 44 degrees.
Big Brothers Big